Oh,
Hello there. I'm History of the Flash, but you can call me JD.
and ahoy and comic hunter, also known as just Hunter.
I'm Comic Boy, also known as Tyler.
I'm Comic Rebirth, also known as Harper.
Special guest week.
And that was a terrible introduction. And this is a hero story, episode 120. Welcome. You guys are living in the future, but we just experienced the entire Disney investor, not even we, they experienced. I only watched the Marvel part. We just experienced the entire Disney investor day, which is basically like Disney showcases everything that's going to be coming out for the next couple of years, basically.
Yeah,
so
next
people are
forever.
like, take my money. And I think they've already sold all four of us to give them our
basically.
money. So we got a lot of news. We've mostly MCU stuff. I wish we talked about Star Wars on the show because I want to talk about all of it. Maybe we'll have to go on Big Who. Little Big Who plug. But there's gonna be timestamps in the description. I'll try to do them good, where it's like you could skip ahead to each news. But I'm not that great at timestamps. So,
You got this.
But we'll talk about comics way at the end. It'll probably just be
Half
me
the
and
time you
Hunter
just
for
don't
that.
even do them.
Hey, who are we talking about here? So let's start with the news because there's like 7 hours worth of it. Let's get to it.
Yeah, for those of you that just don't care, just skip ahead in the timestamps, which should be there, JD. We'll be reviewing The Amazing Spider-Man number 54 and the part 2 and 3 of Endless Winter. But getting to the news of the week that we literally just experienced, we're going to try to just breakthroughs. Just right off the bat, how about what are you guys' thoughts in general out of all of the Marvel news that came out?
They could have announced any single one of these things and I would have been sold.
That's a good point,
Like,
actually.
yeah. Any single one, if they had announced, I'd been like, yes, that's awesome. I'm lost for words. Truly.
You cried during this.
A lot, yeah. I lost my mind. I was actually losing it. Like, yeah.
We
Someone
all
else
watched
go.
this together.
Yes.
Video chat, so we all got to kind of experience our own reactions, but now we're just gonna kind of break it down.
Even
What's
before the Marvel stuff, like smaller projects that only a few people care about would be announced, and Tyler would be like, "Yo, what? They're doing that?" So then when it got to Marvel, he was like, "Shut up, I'm listening."
Because the thing is, because JD was like 2 seconds ahead, and you kept saying, "Oh my God, it's the thing." So I had to take my headphones off because I didn't want to hear it.
I'm a terrible person. Okay, I can't help it.
Yeah, and so yeah.
Anyway,
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm
too
sorry
into
that
it.
my computer runs at hyperspeed because I work at
Hey, I'm
NASA. No, but so I missed a lot of almost all the Star Wars stuff because I was at work. So I go to the group. I didn't even know the Disney stuff was happening today. So I go on the group chat. We have a little group chat called Timmy's, of course. And it has like 30,000 messages and they're all voice messages. Like instead of just going on a video chat like a smart people, they just decided let's all send voice messages. So now I'm catching up, trying to like listen to all of them, and I'm trying to react to all of them, which I'm notorious for doing in group chats. I suck at group chats. I respond like 8 hours late and I just like a bunch of messages and just dip. But anyway, so I'm listening to all these voice messages and I'm just hearing like it would just be a random voice message of Tyler going, "Oh my God," and that's it. And I'm like, what happened? And then it's Hunter like, "Dude, I can't believe it." And I'm like, what happened?
Did you
And then
hear? Did you
it's
hear
like
Harper
live
say
reaction too, where
Pinocchio?
it's like it's Tyler learning to pronounce. He's like Afra, not Afra.
Yeah, I was so upset.
But so I'm like catching up and I'm like, oh, there's the Disney investor thing today, right? So then I'm like, all right, I literally didn't start watching it until on the Marvel side. I just caught up on all the Star Wars stuff from Instagram posts and now watch the Marvel side. So it was cool. I should have experienced it all.
It was really cool. The start was pretty
awesome.
slow. It was very much just like Disney
was
Plus
awesome.
is a streaming service by Disney. And
What
then
the hell
like,
was the
all right.
music video? I still don't.
Oh yeah, that's when you joined. Yeah, no. There's a Hanukkah.
It was about Hanukkah, right? Yeah, because
Yeah.
Hanukkah started. So they were like, "Here's our intermission."
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was It reminded me of DC Fandom during those clay animations.
Wow, this really blew DC fandom just off the face of the map. Jesus.
I agree. Yeah, absolutely.
The
That's
difference
'cause
between the two.
If there was like a Warner fandom or something, that would be much bigger deal. But this was everything Disney,
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But even then, just the Marvel stuff alone, I feel like beat up Disney fandom because DC fandom.
Disney
Disney
fandom.
fan.
DC
Can you
fandom.
imagine if they named it Disney fan, like the ultimate fuck you? They're just like, yeah, this is Disney fandom.
Because this entire presentation was roughly 4 hours, but the Marvel stuff was maybe 25 minutes. DC fandom was like
12
10
hours.
hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it was very slow at times. There were exciting moments, but at the same time, it's just like, here comes the Flash news. And it's
Well, we
just
gotta,
like,
yeah. It's
nothing.
like you gotta compare what the best thing from DC fandom was versus whatever the best
So
thing from
the
this Marvel
the
thing was.
Batman
Yeah,
trailer.
the Batman versus whatever announcement got us the most hype.
I mean, for you, it was Fantastic
everything.
Four.
Yeah,
for
For
me,
him,
it's
it was
Fantastic
Armor
Four.
Wars.
Yeah.
For Hunter, I don't know when
Probably
they showed like
Fantastic
Tim
Four as
Hortons
well, but-
commercial.
I was distracted. Yo, they're making new Timbits, eh? Anyways, we'll try to break all this down. Harper actually screamed at one point, and I screamed too at one point. I clapped my hands so hard together during a Thor announcement that my hands hurt afterwards. So
I was
exciting for all of us.
I was crying. Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler was actually crying, and when it ended, Harper immediately left for some reason. Then JD did too, and it was just Tyler, and I was just listening to him cry for like 5 minutes. So that was fun. So yeah,
Oh, man.
like I said, as of recording, this just happened. So I try to quickly break it down into notes here, and I sent it to everyone. So here we go. Started with the WandaVision trailer. Wow. I watched it once when it first came out, and that's it.
Wow. That's just a brilliant reaction.
Wow. Owen
Whoa.
Wilson in the MCU now, too. Wow.
That was so cool, man.
WandaVision begins in like a month now, I guess.
Yeah.
Roughly a month.
The
A month and,
16th,
like, 2
right, of
days.
January,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
And by the
Wow.
time it ends, that's when Falcon Winter Soldier's coming. So I feel like they're just going to be rapid fire bringing these things out. WandaVision looks so good, man.
It
I feel
does.
like we don't know much about it, but just the little hints and vibes is showing that maybe Wanda isn't fully doing this like House of M.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
more so like
Or-
maybe she's somewhere. She's kept
Yeah,
somewhere.
it might be that they're like containing her in a place and she
Mm. I
thinks
I
she's
think
in
that's
control.
Well, I think
Yeah.
maybe she's like locked. You know how they have like those
The Boys
you know how
season
they have
2.
No, I was gonna say, you know how they have like those built towns that they have for like bombing sites? Like
Yeah,
it's like
nuke towns.
Yeah.
the nuke town from Call of Duty. I feel like they're locked away in one of those, and then she's just inventing everything
Mhm.
around it.
Yeah, or something like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but it's not a TV show, it's just a fake life.
Mm.
To like keep
Or the
her-
Truman Show.
Truman
that's
Show.
That's a way. What does Ferris Bueller's have to do
Oh,
with it?
how is
geez,
Ferris
I
Bueller's
got
Day
those
Off?
two mixed up. Sorry. I meant
Yes,
show.
the
I
hunter hate
totally-
starts early.
That's like
There
that's
you
like
go.
Ferris
Ferris
Bueller. That was
Bueller's Day
all
Off.
real. I was like,
I
that was on the set.
100%
Bow, bow.
meant the
In,
truth.
in Hunter's head, like Ferris Bueller's Days Off, he's like, wow, I wish that happened.
Yeah. It's really weird how
Wow,
that day.
Ferris had a great day in his mind.
Man, I watched both those movies fairly recently, so could be a little slack there. But yeah, it's kind of like a fake town. Well, House of M, which is kind of what the story is based on, is more Wanda creates a fake world, and it's like it's
Yeah.
a different reality here. And maybe some things are different in the case here, as she is using magic in the trailer. But I like your idea, Harper, where it's like a test bombing town facility place.
Well, I saw what I thought was interesting, and I pointed this out. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's guys in beekeeper outfits, which of course could just be a beekeeper guy, but famously from the
thinking
comic books, AIM is like they have those beekeeper outfits, and that's like notoriously what they wear. So it could be
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like the Avengers game.
Yes, like the Avengers game, of course.
eh?
Yeah. Is AIM in the MCU? Were they in Iron Man 3 or something?
I don't even know if they've even been hinted
Uh,
at. If anything, it would be a hint.
I was about to say
but-
Iron Man 3, who cares? But then
yeah,
I was
no,
like, oh,
yeah.
Harper's going to rage on me.
Aldrich
Yeah.
Killian in Iron Man 3 is talking to Tony. He's like, advanced idea mechanics. And Tony's like, yeah, whatever.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it's been
okay.
hinted at,
Whatever,
but
you're
we
a
don't
nerd.
know how
Yeah.
active they are.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because they had the beekeeper outfits, and I know that's a very specific thing to point out, but AIM, they always wear those dumb beekeeper outfits in the comics.
I feel like it'd be different if this was like any other show. Like if we saw this in Falcon Winter Soldier trailer, it'd be a little different. But the fact that WandaVision might be like a fake reality,
Mhm.
I don't know. I can't see AIM being
There was also, I mean, they might be the ones that set it up. I mean,
Mhm.
possibly it could be AIM, but there was also at the very end of the trailer, you see the Mind Stone, the one in the Vision, right? And it looked like it was her. Remember the post-credit scene of the Winter Soldier where you first see Wanda?
Yeah.
It looked like that scene.
Oh, where she's like having the cubes.
Her
like,
origins,
floating,
yeah.
and then
It
she,
looked like her
snaps.
origin. Yeah.
Harper just lost connection. We're off
Already.
to a good start. Whoever's in the bingo sheet this week.
If you have Australian Wi-Fi in your bingo card, check that off.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll join back soon. We'll delay the Armor Wars until then. Oh, he's entering again. Never mind. He's joining back in. But yeah, what are your thoughts on WandaVision, JD?
I think it looks really good. I think out of all the show trailers, I'm just trying to recap all of them in my mind. I'm thinking that was the best one. I'm trying to think.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
What we saw: Falcon, Winter Soldier, WandaVision,
Loki.
Oh,
And
what if? And that was it.
Those were
Think
the
so.
trailers, yeah.
And we
Yeah.
saw a little bit of
I don't
know,
Captain
the-
Marvel.
The Loki one to me was like super interesting just because I had no idea what was going on.
I'm
Yeah,
going to be honest
we'll get
here.
to that.
And I might get some hate here. I have no interest in watching Loki. Zip, Zolch.
Will
I
you,
think
though?
if it was just Loki, if there was just like, here's Loki on whatever dumb adventure, I wouldn't have interest. But this is like time travel. This opens up more into the MCU. So I would have agreed with you on the basis of character.
I'll read a recap on it gladly. I just no interest.
You'll just read a Instagram post.
Yeah, I'll see like someone's post about it. Like I'll see Tyler's post about it. I'll listen to it on Big Who or something.
If anyone's curious,
Big Who
never
Club
comes
number
out.
2.
if
that ever
anyone's
comes out.
curious, I have no idea why you can't see me right now. But I-
Yeah, I can't.
I think that
It's just
keeps
in the
them.
void.
I'll tell you what happened is it's got nothing to do with my internet either. You might have to add this to the bingo card. But my like screen turned bright purple and then just shut off. And
I
was
saw
like,
it turn
okay,
purple.
then- Yeah, I was like,
what is going
I was like,
Why is
what?
he turning
I was like, what the fuck is happening? So I left and then came back, and then it was just like, no.
I thought it was sunlight behind you. I was like,
Yeah,
is that sunlight
was
making
like-
him purple?
Yeah,
I was like, why is he purple? That's
I didn't even notice that. Interesting.
yeah.
I thought he was about to like snap or something and be like,
Yeah.
reality could be anything I want.
oh my god.
What if that
It's
was
like,
the twist?
that is such a perfect glitch. It just his screen turns purple then explodes.
I mean, most
How
of our
could you smoke
listeners,
this, right?
judging by the 2020 recap, are on Spotify. So I think you're good. Because
Oh, that's
not
wow,
many
that's
people
great.
listen on youtube.com/hero story, but you should listen now to see Harper turn purple.
Like it literally looked like he just got like the power stone. He was like,
Yeah.
The next thing announced after WandaVision was Doctor Strange 2 will tie into Spider-Man. We kind of already guessed that since Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be a main part of Spider-Man 3. I mean, I said Spider-Man 2, I think. Maybe
Spider-Man
not.
3.
Okay, yeah. So Spider-Man 3 will tie into Doctor Strange 2, which also ties into WandaVision, which will also tie into likely future projects from there. It seems like they're doing like this could be a trilogy. I can see going to like a video store and saying, get the multiverse trilogy of Spider-Man 3, Doctor Strange
Didn't
2,
work.
WandaVision kind of thing.
Follow at Comic Rebirth.
Damn it. I tried.
But yeah, I mean, no footage was shown or anything. Just that Elizabeth Olsen is currently in London filming it.
They announced the casting. They announced America Chavez, right?
Oh yeah, she's in this. So yeah, America's going to be in this. Who is a
The
who's
country.
kind of a new, not too like what less than
Yes,
10
the
years
country.
old, right?
I think she's I would say so, probably.
The character. I want to say like
Yeah.
2012, 11.
I think maybe 2014, 2015. I think it was around the same time that Kamala Khan debuted.
Okay. But yeah, she's making her first appearance. So if you have her first appearance in comics, might want to.
Because she
What is her first appearance?
I have no clue. I mean,
feel like
the first
she's-
time I saw her was Ultimates, and that was exactly after All New, All Different, like Secret Wars. So I have no clue.
It's Vengeance number 1 for any collectors out there. If you got this, September
Vengeance number 1.
20 Vengeance number 1 from September 2011.
Okay, that's interesting.
Do you know how
But,
much
her-
it's going for? JD?
Her power.
It probably already skyrocketed. A
Oh, yeah.
bunch this week. A bunch from today have just skyrocketed.
Her
Mhm,
power
probably.
is that she can punch holes in reality and travel. So she's probably going to help him.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
like Superboy Prime. That's cool.
Yeah, except she
no,
doesn't
but
bring
she
Jason
she
Todd
can't
back.
literally punch holes through reality. I mean, like she can
Oh.
jump from reality to reality.
It's like Sideways, but more multiverse
no,
and
yeah, it's-
teleportation. Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
So it makes
Uh,
sense why she's there.
Yeah, bingo sheet. Tyler explains a Marvel character. Falcon the Winter Soldier got a trailer, our first full trailer for this, and most of it seemed like Falcon flying through that level in Avengers game.
Yeah, it very much.
That reminded me
looked
of
like
you ever play Arkham City? When you have to do like the flying thing with Ra's al Ghul. That's what I felt like watching that.
Yeah. Oh, it did look like that. Yeah.
With the explosions happening all around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
kind of did.
Mhm.
It looks really cool. Big Cap vibes, obviously. I like the chemistry going on with Bucky and Sam. In the end, though, I feel like they're hiding a lot.
Yeah, there seems like there's
It
something
definitely
else
seemed.
going on. What's his name is supposed to be in this show. They didn't show him.
Oh, the
Batroc?
Shazam's-
son.
Oh, who?
Oh.
Sorry.
Batroc the Leaper.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He's gonna be in this show. There's the chick, the girl that plays Enfys Nest in Solo.
Chick.
Yeah, the chick. I say that. I don't know. But she plays Enfys Nest in Solo, and she's
Yeah.
playing some character with like a fingerprint on or a palm print on her mask. No idea who that is. Like she could be anybody really.
Yeah, I don't
She looks to be a
recognize it.
major part. And so it does look like there's a lot they're hiding though.
Yeah, like in the end, the trailer is really cool, but also just seems like episode 1. Like I feel like
Yeah.
that was just one episode, and it's we're gonna get several episodes of this. So I have hope. In the end, I feel like I like the WandaVision trailer a lot more.
Mhm.
So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Loki trailer happened, which we kind of talked about a little bit earlier.
That was so weird. Yeah.
Using-
Like there was time
It looks like
something.
teleportation to different places in the multiverse.
I mean, listen. We all knew this was coming after that scene in Endgame, right? Like we knew
Which was half the
that
trailer.
at some point, they were going to do some kind of Loki project, whether it was going to be a movie or a show about that little, time jump there. So, I'm sure it'll be fine. I just don't have an interest in
The
it.
part that
Mhm.
that I like called out when we were watching it together is when he like robs the plane and jumps out of it, and I was just like, is he being like BD Cooper, the dude who robbed the plane and then jumped out and they never found like where he landed? I'm like, is it going to be Loki repeating historical events, but it's him in it?
That would actually be kind of cool.
How
It-
funny would that be?
you know what it
It's
looks
just him
like?
inserting himself into history.
You know those guys in DC? I don't know what they're called, but it's like the time. Rip Hunter's one of them, and Booster
Oh,
Gold. and-
yes, yeah.
It looks like that. Like
What was
whoever
it, the
patrols the
TV
timeline,
What is the
TVA,
TVA?
time
Times variation authority or
violation
something?
authority,
Yeah.
probably.
It's something
Legends
like
of
People-
Tomorrow.
It was announced. Well, it wasn't announced, but it was rumored a while back because someone was wearing a costume on set with
Yeah.
like
Loki?
TVA.
Because no, of
Yeah.
TVA. Well, yeah,
Oh.
yes, of Loki. Yeah,
It wasn't Loki wearing it. It was just someone on the set wearing something that said TVA.
because there's those three faces in their office, and those must be like cosmic Marvel characters, like Time or you know what I mean. Like I'm trying to figure out who that is. The only
Yeah, I
ones I
thought
could think of-
Celestials at first. Those
Yeah.
were my first
But
thoughts.
it looked like they had like faces, like mustaches and shit.
Mhm.
The only ones I can think of, and this will tie into, I guess, Ant-Man because they announced that as well. But is Kang the Conqueror is three characters throughout time. He's Kang, he's Iron Lad, and he's Immortus. It could be all three of them, but at the same time, it didn't look like Jonathan Majors, so it could be anybody.
It could be. I'm trying. I feel like it'd be someone near the dawn of time in the Marvel universe. But the dawn of time, there's just the Celestials.
Yeah, the Celestials and,
no.
the Inhumans and whatnot. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Inhumans, Celestials. It could be Inhumans because we're getting Miss Marvel, and then Null, but we're not gonna get Null.
Yeah,
So-
we're not gonna get.
Yeah.
Can you imagine they announced that
Hey, he was
They
at the
like-
dawn of time. I mean,
King in Black Disney Plus series. I'm like, what?
we have one issue. They'd be pulling a DC there, actually. if they
Yeah.
did that.
Yes, they would
Announcing
with the
things
Wonder
for
Woman show,
Yeah.
Wonder Girl, or
Um,
whatever.
Now that we're talking about it, I feel like I'm really excited for the Loki show. They showed the vote Loki too.
No way, Hunter.
Oh, Yeah.
No way, Hunter. We started talking about a thing and got excited, and then it made you more excited. That never happens.
It just made me excited.
Put that on the bingo card.
If it weren't for a hero story, I don't think Hunter would like anything comic related as much. Like he would be like, "Yeah, it's okay." But when we
Yeah,
talk
I
about it
give
on
a
the
shit.
show, all of a sudden he's like, "Yeah, you know what?"
He's like Dark Side War.
he's like, run that back. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah. I would just hate life if it it wasn't for a hero
No,
story.
what we
Canadians
need to
can't
do,
hate life.
we need to come on this podcast and gaslight Hunter. Like, we need an issue that's as bad as that Legends of the Dark Knights one.
And
then
then just
all of
say
us
it's
go,
amazing.
Yeah, we're like, dude, this is so good. And then Hunter's like, you know what? It is pretty good. And then we're like, haha, idiot. we
April
got you.
Fools.
You
That
guys
would
should
be
try that
so
one day.
evil. That'd be so
You should
evil.
try one
That'd be
day.
like
I'll see if
the
my,
meanest
you guys
thing
convince
possible.
me that something bad is good.
Bro, Endless Winter was sick. It's not
Okay,
true.
this is straight up, not even your opinion or anything. I thought it wasn't bad in this winter, but we'll get to that in like 7 hours.
Whatever.
Oh god.
I didn't think it was that bad. What else did you guys think of Loki trailer? Or do you want to move on from that?
I got nothing
Oh, you
else.
guys were talking about that costume at the end, and that was.
Oh, yeah,
the
vote Loki.
vote. Yeah.
Oh, it's just so cool. That's like such a like a minor thing, but it's just like the
Yeah.
visual. You know, it's like a visual Easter egg for everyone who likes the comics. It's just
And
cool
it
to see.
it also suits him so well.
It looks great.
He
Well, it's
looks
because
so good.
the Vote Loki outfit that's the outfit Jason Aaron had. Well, it was the outfit in Jane Foster's store, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that outfit is based on Tom Hiddleston's Loki, so it's a nice little circle of life thing.
It's a good point, yeah, because the artist bases Loki off of Tom Hiddleston. So interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Moving on, I guess the last trailer that we got, well, kind of last trailer, was the What If trailer. Marvel's first animated series that'll be what if blank happened during these Marvel MCU movies. So
Yeah.
we it was a lot that we already knew. Like what if Star-Lord was T'Challa? What if they used Agent Carter to be Captain America instead of Steve Rogers? Stuff like that. But now we got to see it in animation form, and it looks pretty fun, to be honest. There's a lot they could do with this.
The animation style is very like satisfying.
Yeah,
it
is.
looks like fun.
Mhm.
And they're doing like weird, like what the hell was that Doctor Strange one?
What if
Yeah,
Doctor
with, like,
Strange
dark
is-
It was
Doctor
fighting
Strange?
like evil, like nega Doctor Strange. It was so weird.
Oh yeah.
That was like it was like vampire dark. It was so weird, but it looks cool. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know why, but I got so hyped. Even though it's just Tony Stark sitting in the donut eating donuts.
yeah.
It was like, what is the what if gonna be? Like the donut crushes him and then someone else is Iron Man. But I just saw it and I was like, yes, Robert Downey Jr. as Donut Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron
He's
Man's
not in
back.
the show, is he?
I'm pretty
Isn't
sure
he-
all of the actors that are from the MCU are.
It was everyone except for Evans and Downey. I remember.
Really? I thought
They
it
were
was
like the two big like missing ones. I remember.
I thought they.
Plus they've since then because I remember when they
No.
announced it, they had like a big list of people, and I remember Evans and Downey not being on that.
I thought
Robert
I
Downey
thought
Jr. has
Downey-
talked about this before.
I
that.
thought, yeah, I
Maybe
thought
I might be
Downey
wrong
was
then.
on there.
Yeah. No.
I'm probably wrong then.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you are. But yeah, Robert Downey Jr. returning for the What If series along
That's
with
a
Chris
hero,
Evans.
a hero story exclusive.
Yeah. Miss Marvel, we got like little teasers of her show. It's going to be very different, they said, but it just kind of looks like one of those high school shows.
Tyler, do you
but
like the
with school.
casting?
Isn't she new? Like she's brand new, right?
No, I'm
That's
saying
what I
like
thought.
look wise.
Oh yeah, I mean she looks like Kamala. She's a bit young. She's like
That's what I was thinking.
12?
She's young.
Yeah, she's
I mean, I
like
guess they want her to
12 or
grow into the
something.
role. She's probably
Yeah.
in this role for the next like 15 years.
Yeah,
but-
she's locked in. They got her now, but it's like she
Got you.
yeah, she looks young. I mean, Kamala's usually like 16, 17.
Yeah,
She looks like she's
that's-
like 12, but I mean, looks cool.
I mean, yeah, like JD said, to grow into the role, they don't want to do something like Shazam where you film the movie. She's like,
yeah.
kids,
And
and
then
then
the next one comes out 10 years later.
yeah, you do
Remember
DC
when what's his name
Fandom
came on
and
DC Fandom and
Yeah.
had a little mustache and we're just like, what the hell?
the guy who plays Freddy had a mustache.
Yeah.
So
He's
weird.
like a 35-year-old dude now. He's got a mortgage.
Yeah,
Jack
so I
Fraser.
understand casting young, and they're going to be keeping her for Captain Marvel 2, which will start filming
Yeah.
immediately after
Yeah.
her series is finished.
That was really exciting because it showed Brie Larson as Carol Danvers. It showed Iman, I forgot her last name, as Kamala Khan, and it showed whoever's playing Monica Rambeau as Monica Rambeau, which is cool
It's
because
clearly
that's
a very prepared
three-
segment in here
yes.
for Tyler.
I had,
You
I
know,
had,
this one's playing that one, and
I had
Hey,
whole
it's the
the one
names
with the
just
name
first
the
there
name.
is playing this one, and
You know, the chick is playing the chick.
the chick, the chick's playing the other chick, super chick.
I knew less about them as time went on. I had the whole name, then the first name, then nothing. But it's cool because that's 3 generations of Ms. Marvel, Captain
Well,
Marvel.
isn't she gonna be in one of the other shows as well? What is she in?
Who, Monica?
Is it one... Yeah.
She's in WandaVision.
Ah, that's
Oh,
Wow, imagine like, 3 generations of a hero could work in live action. Like the Flashes. Oh my God, JD bringing a Flash thing. Imagine that. Like,
Hey,
Captain
that's on the
Marvel
bingo
gets the hero-
card.
Captain Marvel gets 3 generations in a film, and I get nothing from Flash.
And
life
even then, the
fair.
first Captain Marvel movie had the original Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it did have Marvel.
Yeah.
Forge-
that's right.
Life is unfair for Flash fans.
You mean Barry Allen? They're doing a Barry Allen movie, JD.
Yeah.
Barely
Did you
Allen.
know this?
It's a Batman movie featuring Barry Allen.
No, featuring Ezra Miller, not Barry Allen.
So for
Not
all the
even
people who
real.
have their bingo cards right now, JD did just bring up the Flash in a non-Flash related conversation. So there you go.
Yeah, too. Christian Bale is confirmed to be playing Gorr in Thor: Love and Thunder, which made me clap my hands very loudly, and I hurt my hands during it. And I still
You're like
I was
Doctor
so
Strange.
happy over that, man.
Do you think? See, yeah, you go. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm just gonna freak out over Gorr for a bit. I wanted Gorr to be the villain in this movie so bad, and there's rumors, and Bale was casted, and people were like, "Oh, he's gonna be Gorr." But every comment section I ever went to was like, "Beta Ray Bill, Beta Ray Bill." I'm like, Beta Ray Bill's cool, but I feel like Christian Bale's voice would be so good for Gorr the God Butcher. And now it's confirmed. Gorr is a character. I'm gonna be Tyler here and explain a Marvel character who makes he makes Thor unworthy. He tortures Thor in a cave for like a long time, and he basically just makes Thor terrified of Gorr. Gorr has the Necro Sword, which is a symbiote sword. They might not make a symbiote sword in the MCU, but it basically kills gods. But he doesn't kill Thor. He just tortures him and then kills gods in front of him. So it's the reason why Thor becomes unworthy, and then Jane Foster lifts the hammer. But he's like I feel like nowadays he's considered like the big Thor villain, like how Joker is to Batman. It used to be Thor versus Loki, but Loki's much more of an anti-hero, even in the comics now. So Gorr is like the Thor villain now. And I'm so happy we're finally getting him in live action.
Now, are you worried at all about
That's what I was wondering. See,
Taika
like
Waititi taking this on? Because
Taika
very.
Waititi.
I'm sorry, my pronunciation. This
What
is the reason we
was-
have 1 star on iTunes.
Taika Waititi.
But like, here's what because I was thinking that too, because like Gorr's as dark as you can get in the character, but this is going to be like a fluffy movie, if that makes sense. But do you think Christian Bale would do it if it was going to be so lighthearted?
What's the thing? Because
I think it's all going to be twisted. I think we're expecting Ragnarok, and it's going to be partly that, and then not that at all.
But it's called Love and Thunder.
he also said
Yeah.
he also said he also
True.
said it was going to be like Ragnarok times 100. And
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean like comedy. It might just mean like bright
Colors
and
and-
wacky.
yeah.
But
I mean,
Yeah, it can
a
still
lot
be-
of the Guardians of the Galaxy are going to be at the beginning too. So I feel like it will be a comedy, but I feel like
I think
Gorr
it
will
could
be
transition.
you got to remember, Guardians is like goofy and funny on the same level, but they also have moments where they pan out the ship and you see like hundreds of people freezing to death in space.
And you
like,
see them like stomping on Baby Groot. That still makes me upset, man.
Yeah,
In
they like
three,
bully, yeah.
3.5 years, and they stepping on that Baby Groot still angers me.
But the only reason I mostly have hope is because the way he handled Hela and Ragnarok. Although Hela's kind of a forgettable villain, she was never really a comedic character.
But she was also like entertaining as well. I liked her.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
had the sassy personality like she does in the comics, but at the same time, she wasn't quipping. She was serious. She was stabbing people, and that gives me hope for Gorr because Gorr does not
She
quip
was
at all.
stabbing people.
Gorr, he's very like Shakespearean, where he does little speeches here and there during when he like kind of like Thanos when Thanos in Infinity War trapped Thor with like the metal over the mouth, and he just talked about his plan after he killed Loki.
Legs turned to jelly.
Yeah.
Whoa, what was that voice? Holy shit!
That was good.
See,
That's what
I
that's what the purple
because-
was.
Yeah, I turned purple. Do you not remember?
That was crazy. Holy, I thought someone entered the call real quick.
Wow, I just stumped everyone with like one
Yeah.
Thanos line. Good lord.
You should do that more often. That was really impressive.
Just
Put
do
you
it
on
in
the spot
public.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that won't be weird at
Yeah,
all.
that's what Gorr does. Like I said, he
Just says legs turn to jelly in public. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. He put Thor in a cave and he tortured him while explaining.
It was like 100
Why?
years. Yeah. That he
Yeah.
had Thor there.
Yeah, exactly. And even Odin was like, "Wait, where the hell's my son?"
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
only reason why he got out, because Odin found out, and he's like, "Hey, Gorr, you can't do that." And Gorr's like, "I'm
You
gonna
think-
kill all the gods."
Oh shit! Do you think they might do that then? They might do flashbacks like past like on like.
I
you
hope
know,
so, and I hope we get
Teen
like
Thor.
I hope we get a Chris Hemsworth when he's like a bit more lean and clean shaven and has like the
Yeah.
long straight blonde hair.
Yeah, no,
really
that'd be cool actually. That would be awesome.
Wait,
'Cause
is he
this
still
all
fat? Is
happened-
he still fat though, or am I? I don't
He's,
remember.
he technically still is, but I bet he's going to be ripped Thor for this one.
Yeah,
I bet you
feel
know
like
what'll
he's-
happen is like there'll be this scene with the Guardians where he'll have finished doing his last pull up and they'll be
Yeah,
like,
I was
God, you
just
really
thinking
lost all
that.
that weight. Yeah, that'll be it. I think that'll be it.
And I'm sure Peter will be like, "How did you do that? It's been like 3 weeks or something."
And then Rocket will say something funny and
Yeah,
and
that
then I
joke's
am
100%.
Groot.
Yeah, that joke's 100%.
Tyler, are you writing this movie? Because
I have it right here.
But yeah, like Gorr did all these things to Thor when Thor was young, and so then when
Thor
Gorr
never
comes
forgot him.
back. Yeah, Thor never forgot. When Gorr comes back in the modern time, and Nick Fury basically whispers in Thor's ear that Gorr was right, and then Gorr returns, and that makes Thor unworthy because his worst fear
Yeah.
from thousands of years ago is back in modern times.
Does this mean we'll get blonde eyebrow Thor again?
Oh
If
Jesus.
it's young,
no.
I think that wouldn't be too bad. In flashbacks,
Oh no.
in flashbacks, I think it's fine.
Dutch angle, blonde eyebrow Thor, just everything from the first Thor movie. Jesus Christ.
But
Actually
yeah,
talking with like a
100%.
Thor voice. Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Going off with the Guardians of the Galaxy news, as we were saying, as Guardians 3 is filming, they're also filming Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh hell yes.
Special.
Yes.
I already
That's-
hate it. I already hate it.
Oh, have
special.
some fun in your life.
It feels
Yeah.
like it feels like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but only the funny parts, which is like
JD, guess what? You don't have to go to a cinema to see it, so shut the fuck up.
thank God, it's the only thing saving this.
I feel like this might not even be considered canon, JD, or if it is, I feel like it'll be
No,
like.
it's
30
absolutely
I don't-
gonna be canon. Are you kidding? They better make that canon.
Okay,
No,
if
don't get
it's
me wrong.
can-
I do think it's a fun idea. I think it's a very creative idea. I just don't think I will personally enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it is cool for those who love Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think it is a creative idea to like do little stories within the universe. Like that's the building the universe stuff is cool.
I
Oh
don't know.
my
Personally,
God.
I find that like Drax might be the funniest character in the MCU. So seeing him celebrate the holidays would be really entertaining. So
He was
Oh,
he was
God.
incredible in Infinity War.
Is
yeah,
that
I
Is that
still think.
sarcasm?
No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
no, was Hunter, was that sarcasm?
no, I'm 100%.
Okay, I was like- I was
actually
like, that
think Drax
sounded
is like the
sarcastic.
funniest character in the MCU, like 100%.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second. Is he
No,
being
no,
is he
I'm
making
against
fun of me?
JD here. I'm against JD. Like, I'm all for this
Okay.
holiday special. I don't feel like it'll be like movie length. I think it'll be like 40 minutes.
They also did announce the release date for Guardians 3, 2023,
Oh, no, that's
which is
like
not like the
far away.
date, but 2023. Hype. I'm so
Groot
excited.
is also getting a mini series called I Am Groot, which is just probably going to be. Disney's done this before with like Toy Story characters and stuff on Disney Plus. They're like 5-minute shorts of just the character interacting with like an object or another character. So I'm
Mhm.
guessing that's what like we'll see Groot interact with like a Game Boy or a cell phone or
Baby Yoda.
or a gun or something like that. Like
Baby Yoda, Baby Groot crossover.
yeah, exactly. So like I don't know, fun, I guess. Hooray. Make sure to listen to our in-depth analysis and reviews on A Hero Story when they come out every week.
Look at JD. JD looks like he's about to cry.
No. Listen, man. I have long accepted that there are some things that are for me. There are some things that are not for me, and
Yeah.
everyone can enjoy what they like. And I love when people find something they love. You know, I like that kind of stuff.
And then
so.
2 years ago, JD was like, "Hey, let's start a superhero podcast where we review all things Marvel and DC."
Hey JD, would you go to the cinemas to see like BVS if they re-released it?
No. I don't know. I love BVS. Don't get me wrong. I don't like going to the movie theater.
Why did you even think about that? The answer was always going to be no.
Yeah,
There are few movies that I would see re-released. That was an old movie in the theater, right? Like I would go see
Man of
The
Steel.
Godfather in a theater. I watched
Empire.
It's one
Man of
like, in the
Steel?
theater,
I was
like,
just saying-
I've seen,
JD
like-
likes Man of Steel. I was saying
You
that
know,
for
that
JD.
That
old
classic
movie.
old movie, Man of Steel.
if it's like one of the classic, it's like my all-time top 5. Like, yeah, I'll go see it in the theater, but like, I don't like the theater.
Hunter, I just want to say that you're a failure if you don't make the thumbnail for this on YouTube, me as I turn to purple. Like, you always have all 4 of us, and it's always like a moment from the episode. If it's not the purple moment, I'm done.
Just the purple moment. That's it.
Wait,
No,
you're done? You're gonna be quitting? You're gonna be quitting a hero story? I doubt that.
This is my final episode. No. It's falling apart though. I've lost my internet and now I'm like turning purple and the video's dying. Like my laptop just gave up.
Next time you come
Turning
on,
purple was so funny. Like that is the funniest thing to me.
I think I know I'm kind of just spoiling it for the audience here, but Harper, next time you come on, just wear like purple face paint, but no one bring it up. No one pointed
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It's like if you guys had have asked me, okay, Harper, what do you think's gonna go wrong for you today? I never would have guessed that I would turn purple and then the camera would just die. I remember like it turning purple and me looking at myself and being like, why the fuck am I purple?
There's no reason that should have happened. Like that is the weirdest glitch that could possibly happen.
There's 1,000% someone on. There's some
Oh,
1,000% someone on Spotify right now. Like forward 30 seconds. Forward 30 seconds. Like, when the fuck are they gonna talk about Marvel?
Ugh,
I am crying with laughter, but you can't see it because I turned purple and now you can't see me anymore.
YouTube.com/a hero story.
oh man, it was. That's
During the Marvel presentation, it turned green. It's,
And
they started
purple
talking
as
about
well.
She-Hulk. She-Hulk is confirmed to be a comedy, so they're going with the classic She-Hulk roots, not the
Oh, yeah.
modern ones, where She-Hulk was very much kind of like how Deadpool's portrayed today. Before
Yeah.
Deadpool was released, she was the Deadpool. Oh god, I hate saying that. Mark Ruffalo will be joining this series, so that's cool. Mark Ruffalo, I remember he did a live video after Endgame, being like, "Hey guys, I hear you like Endgame. It's pretty cool, huh? I don't know if I'm gonna be in any more
Is
movies."
that what he
Is this
said?
your Mark Ruffalo voice?
I don't know. You need
Hey,
to.
I'm fucking here. I'm Mark Ruffalo.
Okay.
I'm big boy Mark. Big boy Marky.
Hey everyone, Mark Ruffalo here. Just to let you know that Endgame came out, pretty damn good flick, if you ask me. I don't know if I'm gonna be in any of the more movies, but I'll let you all know. Stay tuned. That's what he said on his live. He said he wasn't sure if he was.
Where is Mark Ruffalo from in this impression? From like the streets of like Washington metropolitan area.
Mark Ruffalo here signing off. Be sure to purchase Cyberpunk 2077.
I like the idea that Mark Ruffalo only refers to himself in the third person as well.
A lot of characters.
Ruffalo wants you to go see this. Mark Ruffalo's gonna be in She-Hulk.
Mark
Does anybody-
Ruffalo.
Does anybody else like? Do you think like people who listen to us find this funny, or is it only funny because we're in the heat of the moment? Because it's like,
I
I
think
know,
this is-
I know for a fact because I get messages and they go, "That was fucking hilarious," and I'm like, "I'm
Harper-
glad you think so," because I
Harper
know
turning purple. You know, I'm happy I'm here because initially I was like, I think I could sit out of this episode, but if I
that's
had
what
missed,
that's what I messaged
yeah.
Hunter. I was like, yo, I don't think Tyler's gonna be on the show, and he's
Yeah.
like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Because I was like, because I didn't know there was going to be all this news, and initially I was like, I don't care. The comics this week are fine. Like I didn't think I had anything to say. But if I had missed Harper turning purple, I would have hated myself for the rest of my life.
I mean, I wasn't even gonna be on I was talking to a follower. I hope I get his name right. Robert Rees, I think that's his name. Shout out to Robert Rees. But he messaged me and he was like, "Yo, last week's episode was so good. Are you guys gonna be on this week?" And I was like, "I don't think so." And then I sent that to the chat, and then Hunter was like, "Ah, fuck it, you might as well."
Yeah. Well, he didn't say that because he doesn't swear.
He said, "Hey, sure, we'll have some Timbits, eh?"
Yeah.
I'll send you some Timbits, eh? We'll make some good old Timmy's coffee, eh? Good. Do you have a coffee machine, Harper?
Yeah, it's called a kettle.
Okay. Do you drink coffee? Do you drink coffee?
Why do you have to
Yes.
say it like that?
I don't
He's
know.
an innocent Canadian boy who was just wanted to know if you had a coffee machine.
Yes, we have coffee machines.
Harper,
called a
I think I'm
kettle.
gonna send you like Tim Hortons coffee, and then you can make your own.
Yes.
And
Oh
but
my
you need
God,
to like
absolutely.
video call me when you do it, so I make sure you add 2 cream and 2 sugar to make it a true double.
Oh Jesus. Okay, fine. Sounds like
forward to
a long process for one coffee.
It's gonna be like a 4-month thing, and Hunter's gonna be so excited. Harper's gonna take one sip and be like, "This tastes like shit."
Yeah, this is awful.
garbage.
I don't even
This is
like coffee.
dirt.
No, if he's like that, then I'll be like, okay, you're just not a coffee person. But if he says this just tastes like coffee, then I'll be like, no.
It tastes like maple syrup and dead moose.
That's what it's. Yeah, that's Timmy's for you.
And just like a hockey puck.
Are the
Okay,
Canadian
but-
followers offended about all our Canadian slander, or do they like it? I don't. How do you guys work?
I've
who
had one
cares?
person message me being like, as a Canadian, this has never been more accurate.
I do like the idea of Canadians messaging Harper and or Hunter. There you go. That's bingo sheet.
There you go. You
But-
did it again.
I like the idea of Canadians messaging Hunter and being like, "You got to get those guys off, man, because they're being too much." Like
I hate to be
can't
rude
handle
here,
this.
and I'm
Yeah.
sorry about it in advance. Those guys are disrespecting Timmy's and the Oilers in one message.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I should make a group chat with just
The
Canadian.
Canadian support group.
It'll be
Canadian Express.
it'll be like 5 people, and that'll be the whole country.
Yeah,
Canadian
pretty
support
much.
Group. Damn it,
Prime
Harper.
Minister.
Justin Trudeau. Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin will be in it. You'll be running it. All right. Well, we got off track there.
Bingo card
Mark-
gets way off track.
How did we get to Justin Trudeau from Mark Ruffalo impression?
Because you were doing him like in the third person. She-Hulk,
Hey,
you
it's
forgot
Mark
about
Ruffalo here. Check
Abomination.
out the Mark Ruffalo.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a big one. Abomination is returning
Yeah.
for
Tim
She-Hulk.
Roth.
It's the same actor that played Abomination in
Yeah.
the first one,
Do you
right?
think these guys are just running out of money, and that's why they're coming back?
Oh yeah.
Like that's got to be it.
Oh yeah.
I think it's more
Like-
they were in early stuff, and then Marvel's gotten this big, and they're like, "Hey, you want to come back?" And they're like, yes."
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
It's
Do you
like
think Terrence Howard's like he's so mad right now?
Right? Can you imagine how he's like? I could have just taken like slightly less pay and then been paid like as much as everyone else for like 3 Avengers movies.
This time,
has he-
baby.
He's done some pretty decent work, right? Isn't he in?
Yeah,
some
like
big
Terry
stuff?
He's like a good actor. Wasn't he in? He was in Empire or something, right?
Yeah, Empire. He was in Empire. Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you guys remember Terryology, right?
No.
He tried to make his own form of maths where he was like, well, 1 + 1 equaling 2 doesn't make sense because there's 2 1s, so 1 + 1 should equal 1.
Oh.
Oh,
no.
Jesus.
Oh no.
Terryology.
Sounds like such a Kanye thing to do. Like, I'm just going to invent my own form of math, and everyone's like,
Well, it's the
"Alright,
same
okay."
thing. It's the same thing Akon's doing. You know, Akon's making Akon City in Africa.
Mm.
So,
But isn't he actually doing like really good charity work with them? If I'm not mistaken, like
I have no idea, but I just know
If-
that he's building his own city. And
I could be wrong here, but if I'm not mistaken, Akon went off like the public image for a while, and he's been putting like solar panels and like all this renewable energy in Africa to like set
Probably.
up. That's what I think.
But he's
I
trying to
think
build his own Wakanda. He said so.
That's cool.
It's all a vanity project.
That's cool.
Getting back on, the next thing announced was Ant-Man and the Wasp 3 Ant-Man 3 is going to be called Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania.
Quantumania. It's like WrestleMania, but it's
Yeah, I just realized that.
welcome to
JP and I
Quantumania.
used to say on the podcast when Ant-Man 3 was being rumored that we wanted it to be called The Wasp. So then we have Ant-Man, Ant-Man the Wasp, then The Wasp. But this is a cool name. I'm glad it's not just Ant-Man the Wasp 2 or Ant-Man 3. I'm glad it has an actual title. And it sounds cool. It's just, I don't really care that much for Ant-Man.
Well, is this one also going to be time travel?
It seems like it's
Because-
going to the quantum verse. So where
Because that was time travel though, right? In Endgame, it became time travel, and then Kang the Conqueror is going to be in this one, and then
who's a time
Bobbity-
traveling character? I forgot
yeah.
about that. Well, yeah, they're gonna go, they're
Quantumania.
probably gonna go to where Janet was at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp, where you can see like a town in the background and stuff. I bet they're gonna
Yeah.
go there. Cassie was recasted for Cassie was
Yeah.
Cassie was recasted. Sorry,
Eh.
Shit.
tried
What
to-
are you
I
going
thought-
for here, Hunter?
C minus,
No.
C minus.
I got like really
Whoa.
excited over that too when it didn't work. Cassie was recasted, so Scott Lang's daughter.
That was weird.
For
That's
some
weird,
reason,
though,
yeah,
yeah.
because she was just an Endgame. So that's
Yeah.
strange that she was, but all right. And yeah, that was
do
the
you-
last bit of.
She might play Stature in this. Like she might actually become a hero.
I could see that 100% happening.
This might be her. This might be her a hero story.
Oh, shit.
Oh, what do you
JT
mean?
and I
What
both
are you,
did the
you
same
writing a
face.
script?
Yeah, he's got it right there. Yeah, I guess I kind of forgot to announce, but yeah, now we're getting to the new stuff. Biggest news for me, in my opinion, was Secret Invasion is getting a show.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
Oh my god. Like,
That
oh my
is-
god.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Sam Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn.
Ben Mendelsohn,
Ben
yeah.
Mendelsohn. I said Bendelson.
You said
Ben
Mendelsohn.
Mendelsohn. Yeah, Ben Mendelsohn. And he's Talos again from Captain Marvel. What is this show going to be about? This can't be actual Secret Invasion because that's like a universe
A
level event.
massive event, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Kevin, oh gosh, he's a feature.
Feige.
Feige.
Kevin Feige, he said that Secret Invasion after Civil War is the biggest Marvel crossover event.
Which isn't true, but
No,
Yeah,
it's
no, it's not.
it's not. I was like, you forgot
Is
Secret
it?
Wars. But
I was
Yeah.
gonna say there's 2 other Secret Wars that can challenge that.
I think
Yeah.
you just meant after, because Secret Invasion, I think, is the next big event after Civil War, I guess.
yeah, it was.
So, because he said after Civil War.
Oh,
so,
okay. So are we tracking that timeline? Jesus, then we might
Yeah.
get, we actually might get to Secret Wars.
Yeah, in this case,
Wouldn't we
could.
get like Fear itself then?
Yeah, we'll get Fear itself, and then we'll eventually get Civil War 2, and then Secret Empire,
Oh,
and then
no.
everything.
But
Yeah.
Secret Invasion is basically like, yeah, it does affect the Marvel universe. Although they confirmed that Sam Jackson and Nick Fury and Talos will be in this, they didn't say anyone else. And obviously it's not going to be 2 people for a show. I guarantee most of the MCU's heroes will be in this.
I wonder because they were, remember those rumors for that Sam Jack. I'm now messing up too. The Nick Fury show that was gonna happen or whatever. Like
Yeah,
there were rumors that it was gonna be Sword or whatever. I guess this is it, right?
this is 100% it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder what it's gonna be.
Secret Invasion is basically a storyline where there's a lot of Marvel characters in the universe that are secretly Skrulls, and they have been for like years. So, any predictions here for Skrulls?
Well, yeah, I think. Do you remember Harper on the Weekly Planet? They would always talk about. They think that this other podcast thinks that one character that's been around us forever is going to be revealed to be a Skrull, and that's going to be like the biggest steal. No clue who it could be. I really have no idea.
I was
well,
gonna say War
it's-
Machine.
oh
I was
my
thinking.
God.
I was thinking him too, but I don't want it
But
to be him considering
this is
Armor
the-
Wars.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is the problem though, is whoever they reveal, if they're big enough, you're gonna go, God damn it, now that doesn't like feel like if it was
And now
Rhodey
they've-
and
It's also
Yeah.
going to lead to a lot of plot holes if it's a big character.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
If it's a
and-
big character, then they've ruined that character for the entire
exactly
universe.
you're just like, oh well, now like if it was War
That was
Machine and
never
it's been
them,
War
yeah.
Machine,
Like, imagine
would
if they
be
went back and they were like,
Which-
Tony was a Skrull when he died. It's like, what? You know what I mean? I don't want them to do anything like that.
Yeah,
but
that-
I don't know.
anything-
The,
like
the
that would
real
just
Tony
ruin
appears. He's
everything.
been in the cave for the entire like 15
oh
years.
God,
It could be
It's actually
like,
Tom Cruise. It's actually Tom Cruise. Oh my god.
but it could
I
be
do
like
love the
a,
idea. I love the idea that the Skrulls are just like so horribly racist that they like abducted Rhodey from Iron Man 1 and then they came back as Don
It's a
Cheadle.
different. It's a,
and everyone's just like, who are you? You're like, I'm
well,
Rhodey,
well,
man.
yeah, he's like, okay, I guess you are. I mean,
I guess.
Did you get a haircut?
new glasses. Yeah, that is weird.
If you guys were to say one character as a Skrull, who would you say?
I think it's got to be like a Shield agent, like someone that level. I don't know if it could be a hero with like a movie behind him.
I'm gonna
yeah,
go
at
with-
this point, I
him.
don't.
I'll say Hank Pym. Why not?
what's
Yeah.
I can see Hank.
What's Robin from How I Met Your Mother? Oh, Maria Hill.
Yeah.
I think Maria Hill.
She was a Skrull at the end of Far From Home. Remember?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
so I feel like that'd be
See,
like,
I don't
we
know if
got
there's
you, you know?
anyone. I don't know if there's anyone that you could, because you need someone big enough that you go, oh shit, but you also don't want to undo all of the growth that you had with these characters that are so
Yeah.
iconic
Got it,
now.
got it.
Who is it?
Hawkeye. But
No.
Hawkeye
No,
was
because
with
they're
his
giving him the show.
phone call.
Oh,
Like, imagine if the show happens. Imagine if Hawkeye that was Marvel. You got it. That was them. They were like, they're listening.
you
in.
see like a red dot appear on Hunter's forehead.
But like, I'm looking at the posters right now. It could be like maybe like a Wakanda character, maybe like Okoye or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or a Skrull, or not a Skrull, a space character. Like, I don't know. I literally
I
have
feel
no
like
idea.
Hawkeye, but like
Mantis,
Infinity War
Wong.
Hawkeye. Specifically Infinity War Hawkeye.
But that was, he was on like his farm.
Yeah, I mean, like
that's pretty
Ronan.
pretty
Ronan in
boring.
general. I just
Oh,
mean, like,
okay.
The scroll is just chilling on the farm.
Yeah, I was like,
Han? Kids. Wait, they're not mine.
Yeah, he's like, why do I give a shit?
Japan needs me.
Because in Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, they revealed that it was Captain America.
Captain
and,
America,
like,
but
that was
but the-
big deal. Yeah, I remember
But
that.
the
I
thing
was
with
like,
that
ooh.
is it was like, at the end of season 1, I think it
Yeah.
was the end of you see, oh, this is happening. And then 14 episodes into season 2, you get Cap back and then Cap returns. But at
you
least
can't
then
get you can't get Cap back in
ooh.
Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, the only way they could do it with Rhodey is if they go in between stuff, Rhodey had been taken over, and then they have Rhodey in something, and then Rhodey shows back up, and he's like, "I'm the real Rhodey." You can't just go, "Oh yeah, in Iron Man 2 and 3, it was always a Skrull," because it's what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. I could
I don't know.
see.
It was the Iron Patriot days.
Not necessarily a superhero, but like a supporting character, someone. Maybe it's Zendaya.
MJ.
Yeah, and then-
That would suck. Imagine
Actress
Peter Parker
Zendaya.
dating a Skrull he thought
wait,
was
what
like
do
the
you-
love of his life.
What
and
do you
drop
mean?
something.
What do you mean?
That would be the worst thing for him. That'd break his
Wait,
little heart.
isn't that Harper's thing doing the what do you mean?
Harper, are you sending
Is it-
emojis to the video?
Yeah, anytime something funny or shocking happens, I'm just like, my
Oh, thank
face.
you.
That's the best you've got.
I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, I don't know who. JD, do you have a prediction?
I literally have no one that I could think off the top
Flash
of my
Thompson.
dome.
Oh,
I mean,
I've got one.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
this-
but who cares?
Okay.
Yeah,
this,
I know.
This might be an interesting one. Happy Hogan actually died in Iron Man 3 like originally intended, and ever since it's been a Skrull.
That's
I'd be
interesting.
What he's dating Aunt May. and
That's
he's
the
raising,
thing.
Yeah.
That means he was
even the Skrulls recognize how fine Aunt May is. I mean, come on.
that would be interesting though, because then he would know Peter's identity and probably know,
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing. And at
okay.
least it's
But,
like
yeah, because that makes sense, because that's the level of infiltration where they know
yes.
everything.
But it's also not someone big enough that you're like, what? The only thing it would take away from me is Rhodey
Makes sense.
Rhodey. It would be Happy reacting to Tony's death.
Cheeseburgers. Oh, but does
Tony
he
used to
remember
love cheeseburgers.
He remember the cheeseburgers thing. There you
But I
go,
think
out of the
just
window.
in general, I don't think you're
Yeah.
saying your dad loved cheeseburgers from that one line 10 years
In
ago.
Iron
I
Man.
think
That's
just in general,
That is
Tony
exactly
Stark-
what it was a reference to.
Yeah,
though.
I know it
It was
was,
a-
but I think in general, he was just saying your dad loved cheeseburgers because Tony Stark liked cheeseburgers.
Yes, famously, as we see through all the movies.
Yeah.
He's always, every scene, he's got a cheeseburger.
How is he not obese?
He's like the start of Infinity War. He's like jogging through the park with Pepper, and he's got like 2 cheeseburgers in either hand. He's just
Yeah.
throwing them in his gob.
Tony used to love cheeseburgers.
But yeah, I think Secret Wars is the most interesting thing.
Invasion.
Invasion, yeah. Oh no, I wasn't lying. Secret Wars is the most interesting thing.
Secret
Oh,
Wars is
nice.
Save, good
Yeah,
save.
yeah. I was not lie there. Next thing that was announced was an Ironheart show. Huh?
Remember on A Hero Story when we were going over the news and I said that Marvel registered all these Facebook pages with different heroes and one of them was Ironheart. And I'm like, I think an Ironheart show is going to be announced because they registered Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
That was like several months ago.
Technically,
yeah.
I didn't discover it. I just read it on Google. But boom.
Yeah, no, you called it in the end there.
he did some sleuthing, yeah.
When Ironheart was first created, like what, 6 years ago? Not even 5 years ago.
4 years ago.
When will
4
DC
years
fans
ago.
get justice for characters that have existed since 1940?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
4 years ago, we got Riri Williams. I have that issue. That's gonna be expensive. Too.
Yeah, it's in
CGC
Bendis' Iron
CGC
Man.
it.
She got a lot of hate at first because she was I don't even call it. I think she was high school, right? High school girl.
No, she's like
Yeah.
14, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she was in
young,
like
so-
grade 8 or something, and she built an Iron Man suit out of scraps in her house. And it's
Yeah.
like, what? That doesn't make sense at all.
To be
the-
fair, it was
the
a
thing-
shitty one.
Yeah. The thing about Riri, and I think Harper will agree with me, is that Riri is a pretty good character. She's interesting, but as far as her being a worthy follow to Tony, it wasn't built up enough for it to be natural.
No,
Because
and it
Tony
was,
died, and they're just like,
Tony, yeah, he got beat to death and he got beaten to a coma by Carol Danvers, and then Riri was just suddenly Ironheart, this character we never seen before, really.
yeah.
But at
And,
the same time, Doom was Iron Man, so it was like, I don't know, it was a
The thing
weird
with
period,
Riri-
but I liked it.
The thing with Riri is that she's a character that has so much potential, and
Oh yeah,
The thing is, it's like I don't think anyone would have a problem with Riri if she was just like in more and was doing more and was more
Yeah.
active.
Well, I
and,
think
like,
people would. I
focused
think
more-
people would still have a problem with.
Oh,
Riri.
they would because they want to be idiots. But
Yeah.
that's why this show I think has like a chance of being really good because it's like it could be more than what her
Yeah.
books have been. And like that is super interesting to introduce this character in maybe not a more natural way, but to have it seem more fitting where it's not just like, all right, well, we know Tony's gonna get beaten to a coma in Civil War 2, so let's just introduce this character in like one issue in Bendis's Iron Man, and then she's just like, I guess I'm a new Iron character, and then she's like running the title. Like that makes no sense. So
Yeah, I think if the book wasn't called Invincible Iron Man when she launched, it would have been much less hated.
that was bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if
Why
it
it was
was
cool.
if it was just Ironheart, I think people would have gotten okay, I get it. But the fact that
Yeah.
it made it look like she was replacing Tony, which she was never meant to do.
No, she
No.
was like she's basically filling in while Tony was recovering.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So it's an exciting idea. I just couldn't believe when they actually announced it. But like to me
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
I'm like, it makes so much sense that they would be like,
And it's
all right,
it seems
we've
like
got
they're
Tony gone. We need like someone to fill the armor spots.
Yeah.
Like,
and
now
it seems
it's
like they're building up those younger characters like Kamala, like
Yeah.
Riri,
Ironheart.
like
oh
Kate
my
Bishop.
God.
They're gonna do Young Avengers Champions.
That's
They're gonna
so
do it.
cool. I didn't think of that.
They're gonna
Oh
do
my
it.
God.
Oh yeah, they're just adding a ton of these younger
Dude,
characters.
there is Miles has to be coming in like 2024.
Well, that's the thing with Miles is Peter's still
They've
so
done
young.
it with Peter. Yeah, but
Peter's
also
still
Peter,
young, yeah.
and Peter's also adopted a lot of Miles isms. So it's
Yeah.
like, what are they going to do with Miles when they?
Yeah, but I
actually-
got a nephew in this city.
I got you.
That's the one hint.
Hey man, I'm Childish Gambino. That was the line in that movie, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was the only line in the movie.
After the Ironheart news, they announced Armor Wars getting a TV show, which made Harper
Harper, take it away.
actually explode.
I don't. Yeah, I just couldn't. I remember like watching it, and I was like a second behind Jaden. And you
you
looking
can't
at
see
that
it, but
photo.
it's just
Yeah, you can.
because JD was like Armor Wars, Harper, Armor Wars, and I was like Armor Wars, but he was off.
Well,
man.
I was like, I think I
Hunter.
was just in the
Hunter.
shock
Harper.
of seeing the
Fuck it up.
name. Like,
Yeah.
I heard JD go Armor Wars, and I was like, what? And I thought it was a joke because, like, I wasn't watching any of the announcement stuff until I was like talking to Tyler and Hunter, and they went, "Yo, Hayden Christensen is returning as Vader," and that was when I started watching because I went, "Are they joking or are they not?" And then when JD went Armor Wars, in my head I was like, no way. And then when they like showed it up on the screen, I was like, no way. And I didn't even think about the fact that like, well, Tony's dead and Armor Wars is like the most Tony story ever. And then I'm just like, what is this gonna be? Like, I'm so excited, but I'm also like, what is this? And I don't want them to do the Far From Home thing where they're like, yeah, Tony died and he just left a bunch of shit out there in the world and that was really irresponsible, when like his whole thing is being responsible for all his technology. And that's the point of that story. And it would seem so shitty to me if the story wasn't Tony learning that his, technology is dangerous and shouldn't fall into the wrong hands, and rather Rhodey going around cleaning up his dead best friend's mess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm like worried about. But like Tyler said, if it's instead just like a War Machine show, but with a different motivation, which is like, Rhodey.
Well, it's
carrying
gonna be
on
the same thing. I mean, they announced, like, they gave the synopsis, and it's cleaning up what happens when Tony Stark's worst fear comes to life or whatever.
Yeah.
That his armor against the wrong hands. But I think it could be cool to see that from Rhodey's perspective of this was his best friend and he was obviously a mess, but at the same time he knows how good Tony was.
Yeah, and I swear this series better make Rhodey Iron Man. Like, there is no reason not to. He's like
Don Cheadle's like so old though.
No, but I just mean like him taking up that mantle would mean so much to say. Like, it would be a reverse order because, Armor Wars happened after Rhodey had been Iron Man. But for Rhodey to be like, all right, I'm going to carry on Tony's legacy. I'm going to take up the Iron Man mantle because to honor Tony.
The Iron Mantle.
The Iron Mantle. Yeah, very good. Much better than Hunter's terrible joke that he made.
Yeah, don't remind me.
And if he like mentors Riri and if he's really
Yeah, I think that
He's
could be really cool.
The thing with Rhodey in the movies is that, like, they've got a really good friendship, but also they never tried to make Rhodey like Iron Man. They immediately were like, okay, he's going on his own path. Whereas, the books, it was Rhodey took over as Iron Man while Tony was drinking himself to death. And then he gave up being Iron Man. And then eventually Tony made the War Machine armor for him after Tony wore it himself. So this, to do it in reverse order, to me, makes more sense for Rhodey to be like carving out his own identity so people know that he's not just Iron Man #2, which is ironic because that's when Don Cheadle was introduced. But he's his own character. And then when they see the new Iron Man, they're like, oh, this is Iron Man, but it's not just, Tony Stark again. And I think that'll be cool because the world knows that, Tony Stark was Iron Man and that he died. Like, his identity was open to the world.
We got to get an Iron Man counter for this episode. How many times is Harper said Iron Man?
But like,
Iron Man.
I feel like that's a really, like, I don't know, it's like a Superman-esque thing. It's like, even if it's not Clark Kent wearing the symbol, people see the Superman costume and they're like inspired again. So if people saw Rhodey as Iron Man and they're like, oh my God, Iron Man is back, but they don't know that it's Rhodey, that would like really hit.
And it seems to be the same thing Falcon and Winter Soldier is about as well. So they might be doing that,
legacy, which is what Marvel needs.
Harper, is Armor Wars the issues? Is it Iron Man 225 to 232? Does that sound correct?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm gonna buy the trade because you've interested me to read it before, but now that it's gonna become a show, I gotta actually read it.
Watch you hate it. God, I wish my camera was on so I could show you guys the trade, but I can't.
Yeah, I don't even believe you have it, Australia boy. It's probably upside down.
Yeah.
God damn it.
We're backwards.
Wait, Australian followers that have come to us new on Spotify, 76%. I'm sorry.
we just
make fun of Canadians.
All of them. Yeah, it's okay for Canada because we just say sorry you feel that way, but Australians will actually shoot you.
Well,
they'll throw kangaroos at you.
Throw a kangaroo at me.
I like how you say Australians will shoot you, even though we've had like guns banned. For
that's why I immediately would have said that. Like, well, they'll throw like boomerangs at
boomerang.
you.
Fucking Vegemite sandwich or something.
The final thing announced after Armor Wars was fantastic.
The final thing?
Yeah, the final.
Well, they talked about Shang-Chi and Shang-Chi, Moon Knight, and Blade.
How the hell did Kevin pronounce that? He pronounced it way different than we've been saying at Shang-Chi.
Like Sean Shi or something like that.
Yeah, he's like Shang. He said it way different.
Yeah, he probably said it accurately. Yeah.
Well,
we're all saying it phonetically. We're just being like Shang-Chi.
So like, those were talked about. So
they didn't announce anything new, but
that's why I didn't write it down here.
That Blade, Moon Knight.
But they're just like, hey, these are being made, but they didn't.
It's interesting they didn't announce Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, very.
Because it might be that they just, because that was always a rumor. It didn't say that they had finalized it, so maybe he is casting, getting cast, but they didn't. It's not pen to paper yet, or maybe he's not Moon Knight.
A while ago too. This could have been.
I don't think it's been filmed yet.
No, I mean like this presentation, like it wasn't.
Oh yeah.
Although we watched it live, it was filmed a while back. So,
but they just confirmed like Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop. So that's why I thought like we're gonna do all the confirmations of stuff that we already knew. They confirmed She-Hulk, like stuff that we already knew, but like now it
just might not be like he might not have completely signed the deal yet. Is the thing? That's correct.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they didn't announce it.
Yeah. Now he's in Metal Gear Solid. He does a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, the final big thing that they announced was Fantastic Four movie, directed by John Watts, director of Spider-Man: Homecoming and Far From Home. But a Fantastic Four.
Tyler, rant. Tell all the people why they're wrong. Well, you had a really good point about the tone.
Oh, well, I just think, like, I understand people don't like the MCU Spider-Man movies. I understand it. But I dare anyone, literally, I dare you, anybody that likes the Fantastic Four in the comics and doesn't like the MCU Spider-Man movies to say that tone from those movies doesn't fit the first family.
Oh, thank you, Tyler. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I understand Spider-Man is a completely different thing, obviously, but the tone that John Watts hit in those movies is just beyond perfect for the Fantastic Four.
My fear when that first happened, because when they announced John Watts, JD literally went like, "Oh no,"
Yeah, and a lot of people on the internet are just like, "Oh, we've lost." It's like, first of all, just be happy we're getting a Fantastic Four movie. The
In the
odds of
MCU.
this being good are higher than they've ever been.
I
You
was
know
just
what I mean?
afraid that it's just gonna be like
No, yeah, I
Victor
know.
Von Doom
But
will
I'm
come and be
mostly
like, "Yeah, I'll go on this expedition with you, Richard Reeves, because Tony Stark ruined my life."
yeah, yeah. But I don't think
Um,
it's gonna be anything like that. The first thing people did on the internet was complain, and I'm like, this is what we've wanted. You know what I mean? It bothered me.
do you think we're gonna see Human Torch and Spider-Man friendship if John Watts is running the show?
I feel like
I don't
Human
know.
Torch might be a little too old for me.
No, I think Peter might be out of the MCU by then
Oh,
because he's got what, one more movie and then a crossover, and that's it.
I
until
feel like they
it's-
can make another deal.
Yeah, I mean maybe, but I don't know. I don't even know. See, you said Doom before. I think this movie's not going to have Doom in it.
Well, they have
think-
to have Victor, if anything.
I don't think they need him.
What?
Not for the first movie. No, I think I said this I think a year ago, but I think they're going to do Mole Man. I think they're going to go all the way back to classic Fantastic Four.
Oh, like
Issue one,
okay.
issue
original.
one, they
Oh,
fight
like
Mole Man.
fighting
And it's gonna-
monsters and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. I think they're going to build to Doom. If Secret Wars, right there. There you go. They'll wait till Secret Wars to do Doom.
Well, you can still do Doom before then, too.
I mean, yeah, but they can wait. I'm willing to wait.
Secret Wars is like top tier. Doom has the universe.
But yes, it's
kinda
the
thing.
best Doom story ever, and it's
Doom-
built off of it's built off of everything else that Doom has ever done. So yeah, you could do him and then have him be the bigger villain later on, like Loki in Thor 1 and then in the Avengers. But if they wanted to wait, I would understand.
Well, I say still at least have him in the movie. He doesn't have to be in the movie.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But Victor Von Doom, not even as Doctor Doom, just Victor himself has huge ties to the Fantastic Four in general, especially Reed. So
Yeah. And Ben.
Reed and Ben, yeah. So I feel like you kind of need them in a way. So I don't know. This movie made me really excited. It made me listen to Tyler cry, which made me even more excited and happy.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Tyler could cry. That's astounding.
I was expecting you to say that is the thing. Like I thought you were gonna I knew this was coming. I knew you were gonna say like you can cry, but yes, dickhead, I can. And I will because Fantastic Four is like everything I've wanted. They could end the MCU. I don't need to see anything else. No X-Men movies, no more Spider-Man, just Fantastic Four, and that's it. That's all I need.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
I
don't
hope they
care.
do the modern suits, like the black and blue ones.
Oh hell yes! I hope they do that too. Bearded Reed. Oh
Yeah.
I could just
I hope it's the modern
God.
suits.
I hope it's good.
John Krasinski.
Also, if we go,
also, let's
Yeah, what?
let's call a spade a spade. Homecoming is a good movie and it has a lot of good foundation. It wasn't Homecoming that ruined Spider-Man for the MCU. It was subsequent entries that didn't build off of what Homecoming left behind. So if
yeah, and I think a lot of people don't like Far From Home. I don't know if that's exactly John Watt's fault. That's a
I
lot.
like
That's
Far From
that's
Home.
a.
I feel like people don't like Far From Home
Yeah.
for moments, but I think that in general the movie's
But
good.
also, I don't think a lot. I think a lot of the plot stuff. I think a lot of that isn't John Watts. I don't know how many choices
Yeah.
he gets to make. You know.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point.
But what I was
Yeah,
going to say
I
is
have
if
hope.
he I mean if we go just purely by the visual style of the MCU Spider-Man, we're going to go back to classic not Ditko. We're going to go back to classic Kirby Fantastic Four.
I'm okay with that.
Hell yeah. I'm like I want the Fantastic Car, I want Herbie, I want Baxter Building, I want everything.
I want Baxter Building so bad. Please.
Yeah, they're probably going to
have-
sit by Avengers Tower or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Just you let him have Avengers Tower. After that was the end of the presentation where you all decided, hey, let's record a hero story now.
we thought, hey, we'll record,
Hey,
Hey.
let me just stop at Timmy's and then we'll get going. Hey, there was still other
That's
news
not
that came
all
out
the
this week
news.
though. A lot of
Yes.
Spider-Man news, especially. So, I guess we'll rapid fire through these.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was other news this week.
Yeah, like all the stuff that we talked about just happened for us.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of Spider-Man 3 stuff this week. A lot of it rumors, a lot of it or a few of it actually fully confirmed. Some rumors you can trust, some you shouldn't, and I kind of broke it down a little bit this morning. So here we go.
Ooh.
Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2 is returning for Spider-Man 3. That is
Weird.
100% confirmed.
It's weird.
Like Marvel confirmed.
Yeah,
it.
Well-
it's been reported by the Hollywood Reporter, which next to Variety is like the best source of any news. Like
but
they're-
you kind of phrase that badly. Alfred Molina is going to be in
Sorry.
Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
We don't know that he's playing Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2, but Alfred
Yeah,
Molina.
I think he is considering
he
Jamie
is.
Foxx is coming as Electro. You know,
Yeah.
But think I mean J. Jonah Jameson,
that's true.
J.K. Simmons is like he's
Oh,
J. Jonah
like
Jameson,
not
but
the
he's-
same version. Yeah, I think
Oh.
it'll
Yeah.
be a different version. I
Yeah, that's
don't
what I'm
think
saying.
it's gonna be the same.
I was under the implication it would be, considering the other rumors, but we don't know.
I mean J.K. Simmons is clearly not the
Yeah.
same J. Jonah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It
Unless
would
he
be kind
stopped
of funny
trusting
if
his-
Doc Ock comes back after being like, "I will not die a monster," and he's like, "I'm back and I'm a monster."
Yeah,
Well,
that-
somebody- I
Gavin
don't know
made
who
that
it
edit. It was
was.
like, I will not die a monster. News, I will die a monster.
I will die a monster.
Somebody
yeah.
said something like Superior Spider-Man, which I guess could be kind of cool, but I don't know if Alfred Molina's doing that.
Yeah, I mean, how would that work? Because it's just
Yeah.
in Peter's body.
Yeah, it would have to be just a different Peter Parker, but he's not. He wasn't Peter Parker. He was Otto Octavius.
Can you
I don't
imagine Alfred Molina stuffed into like a
The little Spider-Man suit. Yeah, that was my first thought. Yeah.
that'd be good actually. But yeah, we don't know too much as he's returning for this movie. That is confirmed. It's not a rumor. It's actually happening. Tobey Maguire is apparently not a big fan of returning due to payment reasons. He wants to be paid more than what was offered.
Why is this a thing
I
with
heard-
Tobey? This happened with
I was
Spider-Man.
about to say
2.
Spider-Man 2. This happened, and he still ended
Yeah,
up doing the picture.
He was
so...
like, "Oh, I'm
I
not
heard,
gonna do it. You guys need to pay me more." And then he's like, "I got a back injury. Like, you're gonna
I
have
heard
to
it
pay me
wasn't-
way more."
I didn't think it was. I mean, maybe we heard different things, but I heard that it was that he wanted more time out of the suit.
There was both.
He wanted
yeah,
more
there was
time as Peter
screen time.
Parker
Yeah.
than as just Spider-Man, and that's why he was.
That was a rumor from a different source too. So
Okay,
in the end, these are all just rumors. But the main thing that I saw going around was
They
money
would be
reasons.
willing to pay him buckets of money for him to come back, though, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
Because
I feel like they'd be
just the news that he would be back that's like an instant billion.
same
Yeah.
guy who
Okay.
said this also said that Andrew Garfield was asked, and he was immediately like, "Yes, I'm in." But Tobey Maguire
Yeah,
was
I believe that. I believe Andrew Garfield
Yeah.
is like, yeah, sure.
Because Andrew Garfield, I think, cares more about the art and less the money. Tobey Maguire.
Yeah,
seems to just
and
be
about
like, how
Spider-Man
much
the
money can you
character.
give me?
Yeah, Andrew's so
exactly.
passionate about Spidey. Toby was also spotted at outside a building where they make suits for
costume
movies and
fittings,
stuff.
yeah.
like
Yeah,
costume
that was
fittings, yeah.
interesting.
So interesting.
I mean,
He
people also say he's making a new movie called
He-
Babylon or something like that.
yeah,
Oh, he's in the
he
Damien
is.
Chazelle movie.
Yeah,
Is that? Oh, that's a Damien Chazelle movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emma Stone just dropped out of that because they think she's gonna be in Spider-Man 3, which I was kind of
Oh.
bummed about. But that's the Damien
Oh.
Chazelle movie, Babylon.
Oh, that's okay. That's cool. Okay, never mind.
Maybe,
I was gonna.
maybe he's
yeah, that's
maybe
lit.
he's dropping out of that as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's ruining the Damien Chazelle movie.
Mhm.
God damn it.
as far as love interests go, with Mary Jane Watson returning from the original trilogy and Gwen Stacy returning from Amazing Spider-Man movies, those are all just rumors. I couldn't find any like direct.
But Emma Stone did drop out of Babylon
Mhm.
because of conflicting scheduling, which
You think she'd be Spider-Gwen?
that's what the rumors.
That'd be cool.
is.
Oh, that's interesting.
Now, I would think no, given that she's now like an Oscar-winning actress, and like I feel like
I think she would
Also
do it. I
is
don't think
Benedict
she's
Cumberbatch.
doing fucking Cruella DeVille. I mean,
Did
True.
you not see Jake Gyllenhaal walking around in a fishbowl outfit, acting
Yeah.
like a dickhead in a Spider-Man
I'm-
movie? Like,
I'm just saying, like I feel like it's
fishbowl outfit acting like
I don't know. I feel like it's behind her now at this point, and like
Nah.
She's
her and
above
Andrew
it.
Garfield have like a bad breakup. Like I don't know. I feel like there's.
I
a
thought
lot
their breakup
there.
wasn't bad. It was just
I mean,
No, I
Andrew
thought-
Garfield is like what the same caliber of actor. I mean, he didn't win an Oscar, but they're both.
huge actors. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah. I feel like I feel like any actor would go to Marvel for the most part.
I don't want to see. Emma
JD,
Stone.
what would
I
you
don't-
know?
I
You
don't
don't
want
even
to see.
go to cinemas.
I still like movies. I don't want to see Emma Stone shave the side of her head. Please don't do that to her.
I think that was just like a Spider-Verse thing.
Oh, thank God.
Like she's not like that in the comics, so it was
I
just a
think
stylistic choice.
I think she'd rock that kind of look.
But
anyway.
I,
think
yeah,
she
I
would
was
rock
gonna
it
say
too.
that too. The last rumor for this movie was Charlie Cox Daredevil was rumored to appear.
That was the weirdest rumor.
That
not
I thought so
That's
too.
the one
Yeah,
I
that
believe
came
the
out of
least.
nowhere.
That's the one I believe the least.
That I
Yeah.
thought so too, but the source
Uh-oh.
of this, I looked into the source. This
Oh,
guy
yeah.
has been right about so many things.
Also, She-Hulk. Kevin Feige said expect to see other Marvel characters show up. She's a
If-
lawyer.
Yes.
Could be Daredevil.
Yeah,
Could be
I'd
Daredevil, and he
expect
could
that.
appear in the Spider-Man movie first. But the source for this, as I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
he called Kate Bishop's casting way before anyone else did, like several months ago. Apparently, he also was the first to report that Brie Larson
Well,
was
that was
Captain
like
Marvel.
a year ago. They announced the Haley Steinfeld thing.
He was the one who announced it.
Did he really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
To be fair with that one though, like people have fan casted Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop for years. So
Yeah.
to report that isn't that shocking to me, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. He also reported Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. He was the
That
first
was
to do
another
it.
one though. That was another big fan cast.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like it's one of those like Jeremy Conrad types that's actually kind of a hack and just says things that like
Yeah.
like we all think are
John
gonna be true and
Krasinski's
just says
gonna
it like
play
5 minutes ahead of us. And
Mr.
like,
Fantastic.
I said it.
Okay, yeah,
It's like
I figured you
whenever
guys
there's a
would be
report.
like this. So I
It's
did.
like whenever there's a report and Grace Randolph is just like, also this is going to be in the movie, and the
I
whole
hate
internet
Grace Randolph.
collectively just goes, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I figured
Sorry,
you
JD
guys would
said.
be like this. But there's another source here. Empire Magazine made a blog post on this and then deleted it.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
Yeah, and I wasn't like Photoshop, like, oh, Empire reported on it. Like, I was on the Daredevil subreddit, and everyone was like, Empire's posting about it. Empire just posted about this.
No
I saw
shit.
screenshots and everything, but they deleted it. Empire Magazine, that's a big source.
When are we learning about this movie?
I don't know. I thought it'd be today, but
I really enjoy all the memes that are just like you, the viewer, in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, I saw one that was like Daniel Day-Lewis will be reprising his role from There Will Be Blood. It's just any character from any movie.
Tom Holland will be reprising his role as Spider-Man in Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 3.
But yeah, we are apparently getting news on this month. Like,
yeah, that's
official
what they
thing this
said,
month.
right? Yeah.
They said before 2021, but they also said WandaVision was coming before 2021. So we'll wait and see. But yeah, the Charlie Cox Daredevil, I didn't believe when I first read it, but after all these reports and doing a little digging, it seems real.
I don't want to get my hopes up.
Yeah, don't get your hopes up, but I
don't want to get hurt.
I'll get hurt. I'm ready to get hurt again.
I'll carry the hope of both of us.
But yeah, those were the Spider-Man 3 news. Kate Bishop was spotted on set in a costume for Hawkeye series. What do you guys think of her suit? It's purple and
It's a starter. It's a starter.
Yeah, it's a starter.
Yeah, I remember initially when someone sent it to me, I was like, "Oh my god, she's in purple!" But then I remembered that the concept art had like the classic Kate Bishop outfit. I don't know why I'm so goddamn attached to the hip holes. I just need them. Like I need that to be because it's like for me with Superman without the S. You know, like you can't have
Kate
that.
Bishop without the hip holes.
Yeah, it just feels like it's
I thought
like
it was
the iconic
so funny
look.
because I was in that chat and Tyler
Yeah.
was like, "Yo," and then like 10 messages later, he was like, "I don't know why I said yo. It doesn't look that good."
It's just like a purple outfit. I mean, it looks cool, I guess, but I really hope that's not it.
I feel like we will get hip holes,
it's
but not like full on showing skin, just like a circle there.
Because the original concept art is just the Kate Bishop outfit from the comic books, and it looks fucking awesome, and that's what I want. But I don't know if we'll get that.
Yeah,
I
we'll
hope
have to
so.
wait and see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for. Oh no, I guess continue with live action. Just one more thing. We got our first look at the new Superman suit for the CW Superman Lois and Clark show.
Why is the S so small?
Pretty.
The S is tiny.
S is tiny, but it looks
it's like
good.
the Brandon Routh Superman return suit. The S is tiny.
Yeah.
I think
It
looks
looks
good.
cool. It does
It
look
does
good. I
look
just think
good,
the
it
S throws me off.
S is
Like, it
small,
is-
and I hate
Yeah.
his hair. I don't like how his hair is just like spiky.
Oh my
Is his
god,
hair spiky?
I spoke about this in a chat where I sent photos because when he first showed up in Supergirl, he had like my hair but slightly longer with like the little bit of the fringe coming down to the side.
Yeah,
and it was like
kinda
that's a good Superman look.
It's kind of
But
like
ever
New
since-
52. Yeah.
Yeah, but ever since he's had like a 40-year-old Australian dad haircut.
this doesn't look. Yeah, his hair looks dumb.
But yeah, if you look at him
I'm
in,
looking at it now.
Supergirl when he first showed up, it looked so much better. But ever since they've given him like this dad haircut.
Just such a
I
generic.
like that when
rock
Harper's
star.
talking about how when Superman's hair looks good, he's like, yeah, it looked like mine,
Yeah, it's like me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He looked like
yeah.
me.
Mark
He looked
Ruffalo
sexy.
here.
He looked hot. He looked jacked. He looked like Superman. That's me.
Wait, now you're doing your Mark Ruffalo voice? Hey, it's me,
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Watch my movie.
I'm Mark Ruffalo. I'm fucking Superman over here.
Play Cyberpunk 2077 today. Thanks, Mark.
God, this podcast is so brain
Thanks,
dead.
Mark.
But yeah, I think the suit in general actually does look pretty good. I like how the material is pretty similar to the Supergirl material, which was good in the end. The muscle suit looks good. Make the S bigger, give him better hair, and it's. Or I'd like if the actual like neck hole was a bit more. out.
I don't know why. I was expecting it to be like the New 52 suit. I was expecting a collar. I don't know why. I was.
I
really
did too.
expecting a
I was
collar.
too.
I really thought they were gonna give him the underwear. I was like, they're going full on.
No, I didn't expect that.
Team no
cheesy with
underwear.
this.
Team no underwear.
I wish you were alone. I really do, because I really think that, like, I need him. That's again, like, that's an iconic thing. It's like I need Superman to have the underwear. No one else thought that. I really do.
Boo.
I'm with you, but I'm also against.
Is that my meme of the week? There, me booing because I'm
Boo.
Boo.
Probably. But yeah, that's it for live action news. But going back to Kate Bishop, Tyler,
Hey guys, it's me, Mark Ruffalo.
Kate Bishop.
What did I do?
Kate Bishop's in Avengers. Did you play her?
Oh yeah. I did.
So Kate Bishop was added to the Avengers game. I didn't play her yet, but Tyler, you did. What do you think?
I played her in the meantime, waiting for Cyberpunk. She's fine. I mean, she's cool. Character-wise, she's fine. I mean, gameplay wise, she's fine. The story was kind of cool. I'm excited to see where it goes. But other than that, I mean, it's just
Did you beat it?
generic, I guess.
First
Yeah, it's like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm looking. I hear it's really good. Like it's the right direction
Harper.
for.
Look at Harper.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because Hunter went play her, and in my Mark Ruffalo voice in my head, I just went play her. I hardly know her, and then I've just been laughing ever since.
He changed his name on the screen to Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Hey,
For
it's
those
me.
for those just
I'm
listening, he
Mark
changed his Zoom name to
Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
I just.
me.
It's funny how we call it the Mark Ruffalo voice, but it's nothing like that.
Yeah, it's
Like,
literally not Mark Ruffalo in the slightest.
This
You know
podcast
I'm
It
is like
sounds like what a guy named Mark Ruffalo would sound like, but it doesn't sound like the actor Mark Ruffalo.
this podcast has like 6 brain cells combined right now.
Hey, Mark Ruffalo makes it at least.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
Yeah.
there's only one Mark Ruffalo, buddy, and you're talking to him.
Thanks for joining us on the podcast, Mark Ruffalo. I can't wait to watch She-Hulk.
Hey, I'll give you an
Jesus
inside
Christ.
scoop.
Can you give us any hints towards She-Hulk?
I'm gonna be fucking in it.
Hey, wait. Where's the comma in that sentence?
you don't want to know.
She's your cousin, Mark.
That didn't stop me once. It won't stop me now.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry,
We can't
Katie's
see your
dad.
face, so we know it's actually Mark Ruffalo there. It's not Harper. It's actually Mark Ruffalo.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, thanks
Katie,
for the
you're really
Avengers.
gonna have to say sorry to your dad this week.
I'm just gonna go on his phone and just delete the episode in advance. Oh, we didn't do an episode this week. Sorry.
That's a good Mark Ruffalo impression, JD.
Yeah, what am I gonna say? We didn't do an episode, you know.
I thought it was like a B minus.
For those who have the Avengers game and want to play Kate Bishop, she's available now and she's free. Too. You
Imagine
know,
wanting
Yeah.
to play the Avengers game again.
I'll probably play
Yeah, I
it.
didn't want to. I just did it in like boredom, waiting for Cyberpunk. I was like, there's nothing else to do. I might as well play something new.
Is
Yeah.
Cyberpunk out now? Like fully out?
Yeah,
Yeah, Tyler and I both played it, and it's very buggy.
it runs like shit.
But there's a
It's-
lot of
Yeah.
characters in it that talk like Mark Ruffalo. So
There are, yeah, and
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo himself, isn't it?
yeah,
I'm in the fucking game.
there's a lot of Mark Ruffalo references that I find in there. But yeah, no animation news, but there is a little bit of comic news. Oh yeah, the Green Lantern news. I'm ready for that. First thing, Tim Fox is the new Batman, not Luke Fox. Tim Fox
That
will
was
be
so
the new
weird.
Batman.
First appearance, Batman 313. I guarantee you. Well, I don't even have to guarantee you. It already sold. A 9.6 copy just sold for $500.
Oh my
Why?
Holy
I mean,
jeez Louise.
Jesus.
So there was originally the new Batman was going to be son of Lucius Fox being Luke Fox, who's Batwing, but instead
Yeah.
they made it Tim Fox. I don't know why.
Yeah, I thought that was weird because I thought Luke Fox was like the way they were going. It was the story John Ridley wrote in that Batman issue,
Yeah.
and then somebody said in a group chat like, "Oh, well, it couldn't be Luke because this new Gotham it doesn't have technology or something." But I thought that would be cool. Like Luke is such a technological person; it'd be cool to see him live without technology and just go back to basics Batman. But I know nothing about Tim Fox to be.
I sort of feel bad. I don't, because the collectors are vicious people, but I sort of feel bad for anyone who like rushed out and got a 9.8 of Luke Fox's
Yeah.
first
right.
appearance, and they spent like $300 and like, yeah, I got the new Batman's first appearance, and then DC's just like,
Not Tim Fox.
Gotcha.
And now those are going
No.
to be worth it.
I just like I'm still excited for it. I'm not less excited for it now, but I just wonder why they did. Why is it not Luke? I wonder.
Yeah.
There's something behind the scenes. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah. Yes.
The annoying thing for me is that I don't really like Luke Fox as a character, and I was excited for this series to be like the thing that made me go, "Oh, Luke Fox is cool." And then it's like, it's Tim Fox, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I don't care.
It's very bizarre because in Batman canon, like they've never had a definitive number of how many children Lucius Fox has. Like it's always changing. Like all of a sudden, a kid pops up. You're like, oh, I guess he's got another one, or the one
It's
that
usually
was gone.
one. It's either 1, 2, or 3 every time, right?
Yeah, it changes
Yeah.
rapidly. It's Tim, Luke, and I forget what his daughter. He has a daughter.
He has
too,
a
I forget what
daughter.
it is.
In the
Sometimes.
Telltale game, it's Tiffany, but I don't know if that's her name. in the
That might be
comics.
right in the comics as well. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's odd though, because
Tiffany Fox.
yeah, Luke Fox, he has relationships with Batman. Like he has history with Batman.
Yeah.
Well, Tim barely appears in Batman comics in general. He's a very minor.
I didn't even. I thought he was a new character when they announced this. I didn't even.
So
know
did
he
I,
existed.
but yeah, Batman 313 is his first appearance from like 1979 or something like that.
And he
so-
doesn't do anything. Like Lucius will be like, "Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta get home to my son Tim here and there," but that's it.
My
Like-
God, Timmy's.
Timmy's. Yeah.
Oh
I
my
just thought the same thing.
Timmy's. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm glad.
Hey, it's me,
Tim-
Timmy's Fox, eh? I'm the new Batman.
when are we gonna get a Canadian Batman? That'd be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, what the heck?
Ooh.
I thought we were all about diversity here, but
I like how he couldn't even get mad. Like he couldn't say what the fuck. He was like, "What the
Yeah.
heck?"
He's like, hey, what the flip's going on here, guys? Hey.
What the zip?
Hey,
Zip.
The zip is going on.
I'm with Harper on that, where Luke Fox was kind of just like an okay character. The coolest thing Luke Fox did was in the Detective Comics Rebirth. Run, where he took the
Yeah.
Fox.
he took the Jim Gordon like Batman robot and he like hacked it and made it like a butler in a way. I thought that was really cool. But
That
that's
is cool.
also the only cool thing that Luke Fox has done, in my opinion. But now Tim Fox, he's done nothing. So now he's doing something, I guess. A few titles were announced this week that we're likely going to get all the titles of the ongoing starting in March for DC like next week. So we should be
Wait,
reviewing
our
the
solic-
podcast.
I think solicitations might come out tomorrow. They usually come out on Friday.
It's either Thursdays or Fridays. Yeah, I'm guessing either tomorrow, but we'll talk about it next week on the podcast. A few titles were announced, including Titans Academy, which will be an ongoing series. So cool.
I'm ready to be disappointed by yet another Titan series. Let's go.
That being
Oh, but
said, I
You gotta
mean,
get Titans book today, though.
yeah,
An amazing Titans book.
Yeah. So.
That's really the only comic I want to talk about this week.
writer Tim Sheridan and artist Rafa Sandoval will be on this title.
Love Rafa.
Yeah.
Rafa did Hallam Pals, so he's doing this. It seems to be focused on a school teaching the younger generations of crime fighting, very much like You're the Villain for Red Hood. I was the only one who read that, but
Sounds like Strange Academy. You know,
Red
Marvel just
X
had
will
that book.
be the main characters, and it seems like the teachers of this are going to be Arsenal somehow.
Boy's
Beast Boy-
back.
Well, I don't know.
Well-
It says
Well, did
He's
you
on
guys
the
read
cover.
the Titans issue?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but he's a zombie.
zombie.
he's
Yeah,
on
but
the
you know they're
cover
gonna
and
do
the
some
background
finesse
for
thing.
like teachers, but it seems like we don't know for
Oh.
sure who these are. He might be a teacher,
Okay.
he is, but Arsenal, Beast Boy, Starfire,
yeah.
Nightwing, Cyborg, Raven, and Donna Troy, teaching a younger
Okay.
generation of heroes. So cool lineup. I'm glad Cyborg's here. I think that's really cool. Instead of being on the league, even
No
though-
Wally West pain.
no Wally West, yeah. But yeah, another new series that was announced was a new Wonder Woman series. They put out some promotion art, and on the promotion art, Donna and Cassie were on it. So interesting because we haven't
And
seen
And
Yara Flor, the new one.
was also on it. Yeah,
So
exactly.
she's
new
going to
one.
be in the main DC universe.
So Wonder Woman will be written by 2 writers, just like they did at the start of Rebirth, which will be Becky Cloonan and Michael W. Conrad, along new artist Travis Moore. We don't know anything about the plot yet. We know that she's going to be in Valhalla in the first arc for some reason.
Trav Moore's gonna kill it on the art.
True.
Yeah.
I wonder if this will actually be like a creative team that sticks though. It seems like Wonder Woman cannot hold on to a writer because every time Wonder Woman gets a writer, it's like 10 issues and they're gone.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
had 6 different writers since 2016. Batman's had 1 different writer, Superman's had 1 different writer. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
They keep changing it around. So hopefully this one stays. I'll likely be reading in trade though, just because I feel like they might be put off right away. But if you're Don and Cassie are actually supporting cast, that'd be awesome. And finally, the new
Well,
writer.
there was more than just that. There was also, sorry to interrupt.
No, go for it. Tell me more.
There was they announced the new Detective Comics team, Marco Tamaki and Nick Darrington.
Right, I forgot about that.
And
Yeah.
then Harley Quinn is keeping the team from future slate, and so is Batman Superman.
Okay,
That's it.
cool.
Yeah.
And then Green Lantern is also keeping the team from future state. Writer
Yeah.
Jeffrey Thorne, who, yikes,
It's
after
everything.
looking at his history, is
His name is spelled like Jeff Johns, which I was like, oh, automatic boost. And then I found out everything else, and I was like, ooh, yikes.
So Jeffrey Thorne has been on a Twitter rampage recently, talking
A
about
rampage.
Hal
Yeah.
Jordan. Well, for the past like year.
Yeah, I was about to say this isn't all like last
Yeah.
week. Like this has been over the years.
Yeah. So how is he on Green Lantern? We don't know. He's been hating on Hal Jordan.
I think I saw a tweet. Somebody asked, how are you going to write Green Lantern if you hate one of the Green Lanterns? And he said something like, I'm a professional. I'll
Yeah, he
do
said
my
I'm a
job."
professional.
Yeah, which I mean, that's better than him saying, fuck you, I hate Hal Jordan. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
at least he'll do
Although
his
I
job.
imagine it'll still seep
Yeah.
into his writing.
No,
somehow.
absolutely. It's going to be so weird.
Hal's
Yeah.
gonna be like the drunk uncle who's just terrible.
So
Yeah.
he seems to be a big fan of Jon Stewart. So the main Green Lantern title will be starring Jon Stewart. That's cool.
Which is-
I'm all
yeah, that's
I'm all for that. But he hates Hal Jordan so much to the point where he's going on huge rants saying that Hal Jordan is his least favorite character in fiction. He replied to Netflix once where Netflix put out a tweet being like, what's your favorite sci-fi movie on Netflix? And he said any movie that doesn't involve Hal Jordan. What?
So any movie on Netflix, why
Yeah.
not?
I like to think
There's
he's
one movie
being-
with Hal Jordan.
I like to think he's being funny and facetious, but at the same time, like, he sounds like such a little bitch, man.
I mean, like,
I don't like how Jordan. Like, okay, who cares, dude?
One
Write
thing
a
that he
fucking
said
book.
that caused a bit of controversy recently is he said, to quote, "This is speaking me as a fan. Even if there's a corpse, Earth and humanity should
Speaking me.
never see them unless there is a crisis level event underway. Each hero should be unique and necessary, not just another guy or gal in the same suit. We should always only ever see one Lantern, not several, and one Superman, not several, one Flash, not several."
Oh, shut the hell up, dude.
why?
Yep.
Why? If these people could get a job at DC Comics, what am I doing wrong?
I thought Dan Didio was fucking fired. How is he still hiring people for books?
I don't know.
There should only be one of something. God, like, way to just like ruin any creativity that you could have with a character and just be like,
Mhm.
let's have this one dude for centuries because we don't want to invent anything new or do anything new. Like, can you imagine if the Flash was just Jay Garrick throughout all of time? Like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
One
All of-
fan, not even tagging him, just a fan, this was about 2 years ago, put out a picture of all the human Green Lanterns, all 6 of them, and said, "Who's your favorite out of these? What would you rank them?" He replied, for some reason, "I put Hal dead last, and I also don't know a thing about the 2 new ones."
It's a weird thing to say.
Isn't it?
So he knows nothing about Simon and Jess as of 2 years ago. Hopefully he's got knowledge from
That's one of those things where you just go, maybe I don't need to comment.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought he put a new one out, a newer tweet from that original one where he doesn't know anything about the new two, where he's like, he likes Simon and Jess, and he likes Far Sector, and he likes
Oh yeah, Joe. I
Teen
heard about Joe.
Lantern, which is like, oh great, you like Teen Lantern, woohoo.
Yeah.
Wait. He likes Teen Lantern, but he doesn't like Hal
Well,
Jordan.
well, all Green Lantern fans hate Hal Jordan and love Teen Lantern. I mean, who could forget Jeff John's impeccable run on Teen Lantern?
I'm just on his Twitter right now looking. He said Hal Jordan's a 40-year-old cardboard cutout character. He's awful. One thing he said was
See,
the only superhero movie he would be excited for is if there was a Green Lantern movie announced.
that
but
can be
only-
anyone. Like that.
yeah,
could
no, that's
be-
exactly it.
I know.
Hal Jordan was boring when he was invented because he was, oh, I'm a wacky guy who doesn't listen to the rules. That was every character when they were invented.
Yeah, exactly. That's everyone.
And it's like I get that critique, but only if you're talking about the character from like their first issue. Every
Yeah.
character was like that when they were invented, especially those Silver Age characters that are just like no traits, a guy in a suit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Nobody
that's
goes,
it.
"Oh, Barry Allen's such a terrible character because the first issue he appeared."
which is
Like, you know-
something that Tom King has said before. He said that like Barry's a boring old white dude, and he's trying to tell Joshua Williamson that before.
yeah.
Which is so silly to me because it's like
Silly.
to me, It's so silly. Crikey. Hey, good, guys.
It's so silly to me, yeah. Mark Ruffalo.
It's Mark Ruffalo here. I'm just saying, this is absurd. No, but it's just like, yeah, it makes no sense to me to be like, this character overall is just boring and nothing else. Like, even the Titans book, the death metal Titan that came out this week, it had a Hal Jordan story that's like, what, 7 pages? And even reading that, I was like, damn, this is like good character work. And it's 7 pages. Like,
Jeff Lemire, man.
Yeah, exactly.
A beast.
It's so ridiculous to me to just boil down and it's like the people who go Superman is boring, and it's like, okay, you say that because you've never watched Superman. You watch
but also
read a Superman.
It's odd to me
you've never read a Superman.
Yes.
Are you saying, JD?
It's odd to me that like it seems like at least he hasn't read Green Lantern 2005, like the Jeff Johns run, because
I don't know.
It's very
it's
Hal
so
Jordan
weird to
focused,
say
obviously. Like
that book is
if you hate
amazing.
Hal Jordan that much, and you said like he's so boring. I can't imagine he's read all of Jeff's Green Lantern.
Like, and even like, I understand if you don't like a character and you find them boring. Like, I've read enough Punisher to know that I think the Punisher is boring. But at the same time, I don't think the Punisher is like, I'm never gonna go, I want to write the Punisher, but the Punisher is a terrible character and I hate him. It's like, just keep it to yourself, bro.
Well,
I just realized that I have my thing as call me Mr. Ruffalo, and then Tyler says hello, Mr. Ruffalo.
Yeah.
JD has whoa, it's Mr. Ruffalo.
On my screen, it just says "Call me Mr. Ruff."
Yeah, it does on me. Well,
Mr.
I was
Ruff
gonna be like,
dot.
you can call me Mr. Ruff. It's short for Ruffalo.
I was gonna say here before I was rudely interrupted that like if I was writing Flash, right? Like I'm gonna bring Flash into a non-Flash conversation as always.
Not gonna happen, but go ahead.
If I was writing Flash, right? And like obviously, Wally West is my favorite character, and I think Barry's like, a little boring. I'm not gonna like go on a whole rampage about how
exactly.
Barry Allen's the word. Like
if there was like a new there's a new writer writing Miles, and he's like, God, Peter Parker's the worst character ever. It's like, just keep that to yourself, bro.
Yeah, it's like you gotta have your favorites, of course, but like
but just don't tell me on the internet and yell at me about it. I don't care.
Yeah, and going with Harper was saying before, calling Superman like boring because of his powers, he said that he was very angry that they made Hal Jordan so powerful. Hal Jordan doesn't deserve to be the strongest Lantern. He said that around the time that Robert Venditti was writing it, where Robert Venditti did make Hal Jordan like the most powerful Lantern, and I loved that. I thought that was so cool.
The whole point of the character is that it's like he has all these other flaws, but his willpower is never in question because that's the one thing. It's like, come on.
Yeah, well, one person like last tweet I'll read for the night.
Read Kyle Rayner, man.
Yeah, one person. Well, one person did say, if you were to make a superhero movie, what would you make? He replied saying Green Lantern, but only if I get Idris Elba to star as Jon Stewart. No Guy, no Kyle, and no Hal. Hal will not be featured.
He's gonna love that new show.
Yeah, right.
A new show with no Hal. Yeah, that's gonna be his favorite. Yeah. What the hell is that about? I don't know. That's such a weird.
I plan on reading his Future State tie-in, but I don't think I'll continue after that. Unless
it's really good. Yeah, imagine it's the best thing ever. If it's all a ruse and he's writing the best Hal Jordan you've ever read.
I doubt it, but I mean, I'm gonna check out his Future State thing, unfortunately, but
no one's making you do it.
I already pre-ordered though.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Burn your house down again. Get out of it.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Yeah, that's the news of the week. We made it to the end of the news. It is an hour 37 minutes into the podcast.
Yeah, that's all right.
You guys want to stay for the rapid fire comics, or
literally all I want to talk about is that I literally just want to talk about the Titans thing, like literally just 2 scenes in it.
I'm gonna dip because I have nothing to add to the comic books.
Okay, thanks for joining us.
Hey,
Tyler.
thanks for joining us, buddy.
Oh my God, Mr. Ruffalo!
Yeah,
buddy. Mark Ruffalo.
Why did he sound like Tom Holland, man?
Hey, it's me, it's Mark
Mr. Ruffalo. Oh my God, Mr. Ruffalo.
Did you love me in Zodiac?
I preferred what's his name? Never mind. Bye.
Really didn't prefer.
I forgot his name.
All right,
Mr. Ruffalo, you want to stay for this, or?
Oh, you betcha.
Okay.
Really sucks that freaking Harper picked up the Power Stone and instantly died, but it's glad that we have Mark Ruffalo here.
Joshua Williamson should write Titans. The end.
He should, yes.
Oh
God
my! I
damn.
didn't even realize this was written by Williamson.
Yeah, the Titan story is written by Williamson, and yeah, he should just every like Wally West interaction needs to be written by Josh. By Joshua Williamson. Sorry for those listening. Harper just changed his Zoom name to my name, my full name. For
The secret identity.
some reason, my secret identity.
You revealed it last week. It's fine.
Sure. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, the Titans is really good. Sorry,
I actually really liked the structure of this, where it was like you start with the Titan story, then you fill it in with like different chapters, and then you end with the Titan story. Like it made it feel more like one book instead of just here's random story. Like
Every
through
line book should be like,
and the through line was the Titans. You know, Dick goes off to then join the Bat Fam and have his stuff with Barbara, and then come back at the end for everything. And it was like, I think that structure worked so well, where it was like it felt like one book instead of just being like, and here's fucking Aquaman doing something off in the distance.
The splash page where they show every Titans team in existence was so cool.
Very well done.
Yes.
Like,
hey, JD,
so
was
cool.
your heart broken by the fact that we didn't get a Wally and Dick reunion?
Yes.
Yeah.
But see, I am a
we
Titans fan. I'm a DC Legacy fan, meaning I'm used to crumbs. And I was having a Thanksgiving feast on the crumbs. First of all, Kyle Rayner and Wally West shared a page. They were on the last page together for the first time in 15 years.
Oh my god, I loved when Donna and Kyle are just like
Rayner.
He's like,
Troy.
Yeah, Rayner, Troy.
I sent that to a friend of mine on Instagram that we always talk about Donna Troy and Kyle Rayner, and I was just like, yeah,
They
so
acknowledge
cool.
each other.
Just even her walking through and saying hi to all the different generations of Titans, it was like such a massive celebration.
And even then, just young heroes in general were here. Red Hood was here. The Defiants were here.
Yeah.
Underrated team. It was just...
Did you guys feel like genuinely tensed when like the lightning comes and Wally's there and you see like Donna's eyes like
and like crushes.
I was like,
my money's on the Amazon kind of thing.
I was like, oh,
I wanted to flip. I wanted when Wally showed up. I wanted to flip through the rest of the book to get to the other story because I was like,
I did.
I gotta know what happens.
I did. That's exactly what I did.
I didn't, but I wanted to.
I went back and read all the other stories afterwards.
Oh geez, I was with JD on that one. I just kind of went. Oh man, the art's so good too. This guy did a lot of the Rick Grayson comics. I'm so glad he's drawing Nightwing.
I really love the Green Lantern story as well, and honestly, I mean, maybe I'm biased because I love Dick and Babs, but I really liked the Batman story as well, the Bat Family story.
Yes. Oh my god. Even though it's like it's clearly set up so they don't have to have commitments to it, where they're like,
of course, it's all gonna be ignored. But as a DC Legacy fan, I need crumbs every once in a while, right?
Even at the end where they showed up and the Titans were like, "We're so happy." It's Starfire's like, "I'm so happy for you guys." I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, I was so happy.
So sweet.
Dick and Babs should be married. I've said it for a while.
Yep.
Even the Aquaman story was cool. It's just all these stories were just interesting, and they felt like they were doing something to development to these characters. Finally, like every story felt good.
The Aquaman one to me was so good because like just the way it was written, where he's talking about like, they're in this dire situation, all of them might die, and he's talking about how like death and rebirth can be this beautiful thing where you like give back to those who outlive you. It was like really cool.
I think my favorite of all these little stories, besides the Titans one, of course, was probably the Superman one. It's a little.
Oh my god! Why isn't Mark Waid writing everything?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This was the Mark Waid story too. Little
so
90s with the Harry Potter style watch that makes you go back in time by a little bit.
Yeah, but Mark Waid and 90s go together like Harper and a hero story. It's the perfect match.
Yeah. It's too bad he died from the Power Stone.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's so good. And I'm so glad.
Oh my god, Mark Waid joined the call.
Hey guys, it's Mark Waid here.
I'm so glad Manupple was on art. He drew Superman so well, even though it is not the greatest Superman design in general. He made it look good.
He did make it look like, with the arm especially, he just made it look like it was a hand and not a giant jacked dark side arm.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks so dumb in death metal when he's just like got his big jacked like dark side arm. I'm like, why do you look like that, man?
Yeah, and here it just kind of looked like he burnt his hand, which is whatever.
Yeah.
The long hair looked good. Manupple draws really good hair in general. How it flows.
Just
in
the
wind.
idea of Superman being it was so funny reading this. I went, oh my God, this is such a Mark Waid, Wally West story where it's just like, all right, I'm going to go briefly back in time just so there can be like multiple versions of me. And he even has that line.
It felt like a very Flash Zero type story, which is why
Yeah.
I loved it as well.
Right? Because he's like, now I really can be everywhere at once. And he's like giving people hope and like sitting
Isn't
next
it
to them.
crazy that the two best metal issues are speed metal and this?
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Wow, that's something.
But yeah, there wasn't a story here that was like, I don't think there was even a story that was average. Like, I think all of
I
them
was just
were
kind of
good.
like flipping through. Yeah, I know they were all
Yeah.
good. Damn.
Like the Hal Jordan one I referenced briefly before, but it's so good. It's like Hal just wanting to have a moment where he can just fly and forget about the world. And then like he comes to like the grave of like all these lantern rings, and Sinestro rocks up and he's like, look, I began as a Green Lantern. All I want to do is like end as a Green Lantern. And Hal's like, absolutely not. And then Hal's like, Sinestro, wait. And he gives him the ring. And then Sinestro says the oath. And he's just like, I forgot what it was like to not have fear or something.
That was a great
How
line.
good was that? And just like that. And it's such a short story, but God, like stories like that hit so hard. Like,
No, but I
sometimes
hate Hal Jordan. How dare Hal
Yeah.
Jordan exist?
he's so boring, man.
Can you imagine if going forward, Sinestro's a Green Lantern now?
That would be awesome.
He won't be. Like
No, there's
that's
no
that's
way.
the saddest thing about this issue. Like
Yeah.
all the stuff that happened in this issue, like it doesn't matter because it's not going to be in continuity at all.
Well,
Yeah.
it might. We'll have
Like
to wait and
Babs and Dick being temporarily married. I don't even think that'll be referenced again.
I don't, especially because of Future State. Like, I think this is just like an ending. For
Yeah, like
people.
in Future State, like Dick's wearing like a Deathstroke mask. Like
Oh, is that
look at-
Dick? I thought it was Deathstroke being Nightwing.
I thought it was Deathstroke too. I thought it was Slade.
I thought this was Nightwing.
I thought
Oh,
it was Slade, but
God.
it could be
Oh.
Night. We
If
don't
it
know.
is Nightwing,
don't know.
look how they massacred my boy
My
again.
boy.
One
Again.
thing, there's one thing in this issue that a lot of people like, but I thought it was stupid.
Oh,
And it was
shit, here we go.
Roy coming back. I thought it was so dumb.
I mean, it's
It was-
silly because it's like Batman just raises him out of the ground and he looks like a corpse. But I did think it was good where everyone's kind of like, Roy, and he just looks at Wally and Wally looks at him and Roy just tips
Just
his hat.
adjust the hat.
No, he like tips it to him like he's like, yeah, it's all good. And I like the fact because I know that Roy wouldn't be like, Wally West, you killed me. Roy's the kind of guy that would forgive Wally and he'd be like, I know what you were going through, man. Like I've lost control in the past too, and it's like it's not your fault. And I know they didn't have enough pages to have that exact moment, but it was so nice that he just tipped the hat. Guys,
I was kind of hoping since they showed all these heroes coming back, including Ollie and Dina, if they would go to Roy and be like, hey,
true, yeah.
hey, Roy, remember us?
Maybe that's gonna be part of death metal though. Like that's why they leave it on this.
Oh, yeah, maybe Ollie will turn
It's-
around and see Roy as like a corpse
Yeah.
and be like, my partner's a junkie.
Yeah, they are still writing in the parameters of this big event. So maybe like I feel like Dick and Wally must reunite in the main book, which worries me because we saw how
Scott Snyder writing it. Double
Snyder
flash.
Capullo. Yeah, and there's like and Capullo just draws 2 of them instead of 3. You're just like, okay.
Oh man.
Just seeing all these moments though, like Diana shaking hands with her mother and Arthur and Mura looking after their daughter, Hal and Sinestro flying, the Bat family all kind of staying together. It's just honestly 10 out of 10 issue.
It's a great issue. Like I think the Wonder Woman story is my least favorite, and even then I was like, this is good.
It was still good, yeah.
Yeah,
the
and like
splash
even
page at the
pairing.
end.
I thought it's like a goofy line, but I thought it was so funny when Riddler was like, "Hey, long time no see," and by long time no see, I mean we never see each other, and by that I mean we never talk. Because yeah, what would the Riddler and Wonder Woman have to do with each other?
Yeah. Oh, what does the Riddler and Flash have to do with each other yet? If
Oh,
two
God,
endings
don't
still
remind me.
happened.
Full stop.
That
was
last
story.
page, I want like framed as a
Framed,
poster.
yeah.
Yeah, like it's
Totally.
so well done, and it looks like it's gonna lead in Titans Academy because Titans Academy is about all the Titans working together, kind of thing, as teachers
God, I
almost.
hope so.
So if we get this team, oh my god.
Oh, we did kind of skip over Donna and Wally's reunion. That was so poignant, where he just like, she just like
This-
hugs him, and she's like, "You don't have to say it. I know."
Oh,
I was like, "Oh my
and now I have content because I like to post all the Wally West hugs. So now I can just
Yeah,
add another
right.
one. Add another one to the collection.
Everyone reading that, it's like, oh, and JD's like, thank God.
He's like content.
No,
we
no,
were
yeah,
joking.
yeah,
we
yeah,
were joking about that recently, where like anything happens, and JD's like, "Thank the Lord." This
Oh,
Flash
it's
content."
literally like everyone's like, oh, it's a really sweet moment. And I'm like, business is booming.
I don't have to post an Ezra Miller Grant Gustin comparison today.
Yeah, you like mocked me in the chat, and I was like, "Go post Ezra Miller, dude. Piss off."
And yeah, I guess that's the issue. 10 out of 10.
Oh, what are your picks of the week and cover of the week? Even though it's tight,
It's-
the
it's-
DC metal. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it
we
is.
know what it is.
It is for pick of the week. It is this issue that we just talked about. But for cover of the week, it's the Amazing Spider-Man number 54.
Spider-Man, yeah. That
Oh,
was
yeah,
Look
good.
covers.
at that.
And,
That's so
and
nice.
a good issue too.
Yeah, it was. It was solid. All the Spider-Man issues are
It,
solid.
it was mainly just like fight scenes, really. I mean, it's just
Yeah, but
flash.
it was emotion heavy. So
Yes.
the issue is, I guess we'll jump into this real quick. The issue itself is Harry Osborn just beating the hell out of Peter to the point where he kills Peter and brings him back like 4
Yeah.
times. Like he drowns him, he beats his face with a rock of all things. It's like, damn, this is a Spider-Man issue. Some kid's gonna go to the comic store for the first time and be like, Spider-Man, Spider-Man swinging through the city, pick this up, and he's gonna see this page of Harry just beating Peter with a rock.
I did like that. I like that he's like, dying. Dying's the easy part. It's like you don't have to worry about dying. I'll just bring you back. It's
Yeah.
he's got it. I think it's interesting that Peter, like, he lashed out, and I thought that was very cool. Where he's like, "Oh my god, it's just Harry with the same old problems, blah blah blah. You're nothing new. You're nothing threatening." And then Harry's like, "Oh, I'm not the same. I'm past my daddy issues. This is something completely different."
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think he's being controlled by like Mephisto or something?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think
Okay.
he's actually pissed. What's more interesting is every single time Peter dies, he has a flash when he wakes up, and that flash is him
Yeah.
having lunch with friends, focusing on Gwen Stacy and
Gwen,
Flash,
yeah.
who are two of his friends who are dead at the moment. I don't think Nick Spencer's going to bring back these characters.
No, but they're clearly tying into One More Day stuff again, because he goes, what does he say? He's like, "Oh, you just couldn't accept it, so you even made a deal with the devil."
Yeah.
Like just little things like that, and then they show MJ at the end, whatever that's implied. I didn't even know what that like cliffhanger was supposed to be.
Well, the cliffhanger is he's showing in a mirror, showing what's happening with the Order of the Web, and what's happening with them is they're all about to be attacked by Sin Eater, so they're about to be shot. And then he must have done something to lure MJ to that area too.
Oh,
So
so it's in the same. Oh, right.
they're
I'm
in
an
the same
idiot.
location. So Sin Eater is about to fight the Order of the Web, and Mary Jane's in the middle of it all. I don't know how why she's there. He must have done something to lure her there, I guess. But yeah, damn, wow.
Yeah,
This was
yeah,
a
it
good
was
issue.
good.
Like honestly, 9 out of 10.
Like his philosophy too, where he's just like, I didn't actually do anything. I just brought Sin Eater back, and then you're the one who couldn't tolerate that, and so then all of these events happened because you made them happen. And I was like, I mean, he's full of shit, because it's just the villain plot where he's like, I didn't do anything, and it's like, you mean you did do everything, you idiot? But still,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I like that. That's his philosophy.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, JD, did you read this?
I actually didn't get to read this one yet because I had to log
Oh.
on for the Marvel news, but it's good. It's all right.
Oh,
Bada bing, bada
yeah.
boom.
We just Mark Ruffalo and I just spoiled you.
You're good. You're good.
It's good though. Did you read Endless Winter?
Oh,
Yeah, I read the Flash issue, but I still hadn't read part 1, so I'm actually a little lost.
So you read part 2. All right. Basically, there's an endless winter in the world, and the Flash is just like.
Well, I remembered what you guys said about it, like on the show, but yeah.
Yeah, I think the main takeaway for part 2 was Black Adam did a speech to the world, and the Justice League was like, "Wait, why the hell is Black Adam talking to everyone? That's okay." So the
Yeah.
Flash goes to check on him, and Black Adam basically helps him out by reviving him, giving him his energy back.
I did like that. He like, I know a little thing about lightning, and he just like zaps Barry, and Barry's like fully charged. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, like he's being a good guy here, and they're so used to him being evil. So they're just like, why are you helping us? He's like, the planet is in ruins. Like, you need help. You need it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was the main takeaway from part 2. Part 3 was just Superman based.
Yeah.
Did you read it, Harper?
I literally, so here's what happened. I read the Flash one because I'm like behind on the Flash at the moment. I'm by like a couple issues. So I just read this for the podcast.
Yeah.
And I read it and I was like, oh yeah, fine, whatever. Like it felt like one of the CW crossovers where it was like the episode is dedicated to the character, but it doesn't feel like it's really feeding back into the main story.
Yeah.
And then I got to the Superman one and I read, I think like 2 or 3 pages. And then I just started flicking through and I just went, no, I don't have to do this. And I just like kept looking through and I got towards the end and I went, yeah, that was a good decision. And then I went to bed. I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not reading this goddamn endless winter Superman. I could go my whole life without reading that issue and be just fine. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So no.
I can't wait to read a blog post that Mark Ruffalo said that.
Yeah, I just didn't want to read Endless Winter. None of this DC shit.
Now you're starting to sound like damn, I forget his name already. Deadpool guy. Robert Liefeld.
Oh. Dude who blocked you.
Yeah, I know, because I'm like, hey man, DC's not that bad. Hey man, no.
Robert Liefeld, notoriously good at taking criticism. Anyway.
Yep. The story itself wasn't that bad, Harper.
No, I just don't care about the event. Like I wanted to read it, but like, you know how it starts and it's like Game of Thrones-y, Thor-y kind of dialogue where it's delving into the mythology of this whole event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, I don't care. No, it's just like, I don't have to do this. So I just like, no, who cares? I don't know what Endless Winter is trying to be. Like, what?
A filler event to keep people entertained, because they can, with all these comics coming out, and it started in January is when DC Future State starts, but they still have to release comics in December.
Yeah, it's
so
literally
they have
just
two options. They could do one-shots for every single story, like a one-shot Flash story, one-shot Superman story, or DC could work together to make one grand
It
story.
almost feels targeted too, where they're like, oh, it's Christmas, let's not like release anything too big because, you know, who knows how well it's gonna do. Let's just piss out this little filler story that just doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just
I'm like I've never been so disappointed in a thing that I've never cared about anyway.
Well, there's this whole scene in this issue here where Superman goes to Ma and Pa Kent. That scene was nice, even though the Kents were kind of dumb. He's just like, Ma, Pa, you gotta get out of here. Endless Winter's here. And they're just like,
no.
son, we've survived several Kansas winters and we're gonna survive this one. We just gotta stay in, keep the heat on. The bill will be high, but we got some hot cocoa being made. And Superman's like, no, like, you guys need to run. Like, I will take you to the Fortress of Solitude so you guys will be safe. And they're just like, sit down, son, you gotta eat. And they give him like a cookie, and then he leaves.
Here's a cookie. This will fix you. You get your powers from the sun. Here's a cookie. That's
Exactly.
kind of cute.
They're
That's
just
kind of cute.
Yeah, they're just like
in dumb DC related stuff. JD, I know you'll love this because it's tied to the event that this event is stuck in the middle of. Did you guys see the final cover for Death Metal? It was either the final cover or the variant for the final issue.
No, I didn't.
Once again, well, you remember a while back there was that variant where it was Wally West drumming.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Well, it's the Batman Who Laughs singing on a stage, like against a bunch of like demons, and then someone's playing the guitar. Is it like Wonder Woman playing the guitar? And then Wally West is drumming in the background. So I feel like there is a good chance that Death Metal is going to end with a concert with Wally West drumming.
Well, Metal 1 ended with the concert.
hate everything.
But that's content.
You know what I hate the most? The thing I hate the most is that I'm gonna have to make a History of the Flash fact that Wally West was the drummer of Batman Who Laughs band, and I don't want to do that.
And then all the Barry fans will be like, and you say Wally's better?
JD's put up a fact. Wally West is the fastest drummer alive, and then everyone in the comments is like, actually Barry once in the 70s. Oh, so
Wally's so
stupid.
great. Then why are the show about Barry, huh?
Oh,
God.
Jesus Christ.
This is why I stopped posting. In podcast news, we did it. We got through the podcast.
Yeah, I can't, it's, you know,
Podcast.
in podcast.
I was like, wait, are we announcing something?
No. Yeah, no, we got through the episode. That was this has been a long episode. I feel like
About
we've
2
been
hours.
recording for a long time.
We're in 2
My
hours.
computer's like so close to death, and I don't have a charger. So we gotta wrap this up like right now.
It's just a connect, and then there'll be about 50 minutes of me talking to Mark
Was-
Ruffalo.
So, anyway, yeah, a hero story. I don't know. Do you guys have anything else left to talk about, or is
Well,
this...
I'm just sorry to everyone that my internet didn't drop out this week, but my camera did, and I feel that's something.
Yes, go to youtube.com/a hero story and watch Harper turn purple, please.
JD, are you doing the Are you doing the timestamps?
Yes, I'll do them.
Okay, you gotta do one specifically for the purple.
Yeah. Harper turns purple. Well, I don't see the video though. I do the timestamps based on the audio.
Oh,
so
right, yeah.
technically
For
you'll
those-
have to do that.
For those who do watch on YouTube, there was a nifty thing that the Hero Story boys here did last.
It
week,
was all.
because
It was literally all Hunter. I had
Well,
nothing. To
it
do
was all Mark Ruffalo. The time you can see the timestamps on the bar for the video, which was actually really cool. And
So that
helped
was
me.
that was all JD actually. I just took his timestamps that he did
that was me.
from the audio format, Spotify and stuff, and I put it into YouTube, and it automatically asked me like, "Hey, do you want this on like the slider?" I was
That's
like,
cool.
"Yeah,
Awesome, yeah.
yeah."
Well, so if you're watching on YouTube and you want to find your best bits on a Hero Story episode 120, go to YouTube, have a look at the timestamps, and you can watch me turn purple.
That was a.
Thank you.
That's it. All right. Bye.
Yeah.
That's it. Thanks for listening to Hero Story. For Hero Story, I'm JD.
I'm Hunter.
I'm fucking Mark Ruffalo.
And I knew he was gonna
Thanks
say
for
that.
being a hero.
And remember, every time you turn on your TV, you're gonna see Mark Ruffalo. Goodbye.
Bada bing, bada boom.